wearing opening presents and all that stuff. I think that would be fantastic.
What is a Yule log? I thought it was kind
You
of
don't
like
know what a
fruitcake.
Yule log is?
Like Channel 5 goes to the Yule log, and they play it for like 6
Most
hours.
TV
It's just a
stations
log.
do it. They
Yeah.
just take a picture of a burning fireplace and play
Oh.
Christmas music.
I thought that was a baked good.
Oh, really?
They might be that too.
By the way,
I don't
there is
Yeah.
an edible version of that. So we were talking about, John, you were talking about in Beaumont or where you did weekends. One of the things I always think about for Christmas was when I was hosting on Christmas Day at Good Day LA.
Okay.
And it was the number one song. It was kind of year in review. Number one song was not Alan Thicke, Robin Thicke.
Robin Thicke. Oh,
and
my
Blurred
God.
Lines. Okay. So there was a extremely, I think, with nudity version of that video.
Oh, my gosh.
So
That's a questionable song.
So it is now. By today's
If you
standards,
listen to the
it's
lyrics,
ridiculous.
that would not come out.
and Mace, what you're talking about is Emily Ratajkowski, who's pretty famous, is in that video, and she's not wearing any clothes.
Correct. And so they play that while I'm talking about the number one song of the year, and they show Emily Ratajkowski just like full on. And
Whoa.
afterwards, everybody's like frozen. And afterwards, they come to me and say, make an apology, but don't say specifically what it's
What
for.
it's for. Good.
So
what'd you do?
I said, ladies and gentlemen, we showed something a couple of minutes ago that we apologized for.
Perfect.
And that was it.
Yeah.
Something else happened on that day that was so
I
ridiculous.
was just hoping you didn't use the number one line people use when they don't really want to apologize.
What, we regret if you were offended?
If you were offended.
If you were offended.
Yeah.
If anyone was offended, as if to suggest you shouldn't have been.
Yeah. So, Momo, what's going on with you?
I just got back from 5 days in Mexico.
Yeah, that's right.
I was on a beach in Tulum.
Beautiful.
I got bit by all the
good for you.
sandflies. My legs look really like I caught some terrible disease.
Yeah.
I was all doped up on Benadryl yesterday.
Sure,
trying not to
good.
itch them.
Benadryl's fun.
Yeah.
Was it the food? No, right?
No,
Okay.
that was from the flies.
Yeah.
I don't know. You don't see them, and then they just appear.
Now,
and you're
was this
"What
like
the
a
heck?"
girls'
Yeah.
trip?
So the workout girls, you always see them in my videos.
I do. I see them on Momo's videos.
And, so she organizes a retreat every year.
Mm-hmm.
Last year was Costa Rica. This year was Tulum. And last year was a little more adventure travel. Like we were zip lining.
Yeah,
and
right.
riding ATVs.
Costa Rica's great for that, yeah.
And then this was kind of like going out to the nightclubs and stuff.
Okay.
We did 2 days, and then we went out at night.
Now, did you make a vision board and set goals and all those things that happen at retreats?
We did a cacao ceremony.
Right.
We did the Mayan mud bath, Mayan clay, and we ran into the water. And you know what I did? I was so good, Mace. I totally disengaged. I did not check my phone.
Is that right?
I think the only person I responded to was Greg. Greg,
Oh.
you might have been the only response I gave.
Wow, check that out.
Yeah.
Literally, like, because you asked me about, hey, can you work Thursday and Friday? I was like, I will be on the beach. and then you were like, can you work on Wednesday? And I was like, you don't want me on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I land at like 9:45 p.m. on Tuesday night, and I will be messed up.
The great thing about those retreats is
Yeah.
you set goals and
Yeah.
you make
Oh,
a
yeah.
vision board and you analyze your dreams
Yeah.
and all that stuff. And then 10 minutes back in the real world,
Yes.
it's all gone.
It's all gone.
It's
like literally.
I landed at LAX
Yes.
and all that stuff, all those goals,
Oh,
that vision
yeah.
board, all that. It's like, I'm moving on.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
back in real life.
Totally. Like every day after each workout, she reads some inspirational quote
Yeah,
from Young
yeah,
Pueblo.
yeah. All that
you know,
goes away.
That stuff. Yeah. No.
It's like a full. You didn't do the full on Aaron Rodgers. Anybody watching the Aaron Rodgers documentary
Oh, is
yet?
it good yet? No, I'm not watching yet.
It's
but I will.
terrible.
What network is it on?
It's on Netflix. It's awful. Oh, he is
Gotham
so.
is going to hear you say this.
Well, but he's so. It's not Gotham's fault.
Yeah, it's
he
just-
just chose like the most annoying subject in
Yeah.
history.
I don't think
Aaron
he chose
Rodgers.
him. I think the
But I
subject
think it's
chose
going to
him.
come down to the fact, like, you've never liked Aaron Rodgers.
Correct.
I think that people that don't like him are going to say exactly what you just said. Are going to say it's annoying. But people like, I'm interested in Aaron Rodgers. I think he's an interesting guy. I think I'll like it more than you.
I don't think you will.
Like it. Okay, I'll try it.
He is like an
Insufferable.
absolute insufferable narcissist.
Yeah.
He is. It's crazy.
Well, I'm a sportscaster. I'm used to narcissists.
True. And by the way, look who you work with. I also, but on top of that, they do show him
Yeah.
all whacked out on ayahuasca.
Oh,
you
okay.
do see what's him actually
Yeah.
on it and what happens. You see him go into the cave,
Yeah.
but it's dark, so you don't see anything
Yeah.
after that.
Okay.
I just think it's the self-seriousness.
Oh, yeah, totally.
It's like, I'm the first guy to discover the divine
know.
whatever. And,
Well, what's interesting about Aaron is after all this talk,
Yep.
you know they have to win all 3 of their remaining games just to equal their record from last year when he didn't play.
when he didn't play, wow, that's amazing. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
I mean, that's how ineffective
There's a really
he's been.
juicy story on The Athletic today about how awful the Jets are and why they keep making the same mistake.
Well, did you see that headline from that story, Ramona? Is really interesting. Woody Johnson, the owner, killed a trade, Mace, for Jerry Jeudy because his Madden rating wasn't high enough.
No way.
Yeah.
Swear to God.
There was a quote
What
in there.
a
It was
dope.
something like, it was like somebody saying, like, I'm going to get this quote a little bit wrong, but it was a former Jets staffer or executive said something like, it's like you have lung cancer and they cut off your leg. Like
Just
he
totally
made the
wrong
same
diagnosis.
mistake.
Yeah.
Like, it's a really good
Judging
quote.
players by their Madden ratings, and you
Amazing.
wonder why the Jets are awful.
Yeah.
Awful. I think anytime the owner gets involved, generally it's a mistake.
No.
It's been the case with you. Where do you think it works? Where do you think? Because Jerry Jones won a Super Bowl in the 1900s. He hasn't won since. Who is
Light years like him.
Who is the owner? Well, yeah, I guess that's fair.
Steve Ballmer has done a lot of
You
good.
know, he's sitting in an empty arena.
Oh, okay.
Right. But I'm saying that, I mean, it's a huge improvement on what they used to
11
have.
people on a wall in an empty arena.
But it is a fair point.
I
Like
laugh,
Matt
but I
Matt
shouldn't
Ishbia
feel
in
bad.
Phoenix, I think, has made a really big difference.
Yeah, he has, but he gets involved a little too much. I
See,
think.
that's what I'm talking
I
about.
agree with
Isn't
that.
necessarily the big like the big picture stuff. Yes, but the yes, trade that guy, don't trade this guy.
Yeah.
That I think should be left to people whose lives are devoted to
But
that.
I will tell
Well,
you
there's a
this.
famous story, Ramona.
Yeah.
You probably know this story that
The Jerry
when Joe
Buss thing.
Lacob when
Oh,
Joe
go ahead.
Lacob bought the Warriors early in his tenure, like before they started winning titles. Joe Lacob arranged a deal to trade Klay Thompson to Minnesota for Kevin Love.
I don't know.
And nobody wanted to do it. Steve Kerr didn't want to do it.
Jerry
Bob
West.
Myers didn't want to do it, and Jerry West didn't want to do it.
Why do you have
But
that look on your face, Mama?
I think this is a bit of an apocryphal story.
Well, I heard it from Michael. So
Oh,
I
okay,
mean,
maybe Michael knows
you
a
know,
different version. Okay.
Yeah. So apparently, what was communicated to him was that Joe really wanted to trade for Kevin Love, and Kerr and Bob Myers went to Jerry West, and they said, "Look, we can't stop him, but you probably can." And Jerry went and told Bob, he said, "If you make this trade, I don't see a real reason for me to be here.
Oh.
If you're not going to listen to my advice,
Right.
then it doesn't really matter." And so Joe backed off, and then the Warriors went on that run where they went to 4 straight finals and won 2 of them.
Yeah.
There was the other famous one was Jerry Buss wanted to trade James Worthy for who was it? Mark Aguirre.
No, he did trade him. He traded him in a poker game with Donald Carter, the owner of the Mavericks.
Holy hell.
Yeah.
So the way that story went
Yeah.
was
This is a great one.
What was it like? James Worthy was in the pot, and whoever won the hand.
no,
was
they were
something- yeah.
playing poker, and Donald and it was about Roy Tarpley. You guys remember Roy
Yeah.
Tarpley? And Jerry Buss said to Donald Carter, "Wow, that Roy Tarpley you have is sure a great player, and I'd love to get my hands on that guy." And he goes, "Well, I think that about James Worthy, who you have." And he goes, "And Mark Aguirre really wants to play with Magic because they're old friends. Would you trade me Worthy if I sent you Tarpley and Aguirre?" And Jerry goes, "Absolutely." And so they shook on it. And the poker game ended, and Dr. Buss called Jerry West. and he goes, "Hey, I got great news. I just got us Mark Aguirre and Roy Tarpley." And Jerry West said, "Well, who do we have to give up?" Because we only have to give up James Worthy. And Jerry West did, same thing. He said, "If you do that trade, I can't stay. We have intel on Roy Tarpley, and he's got off the court problems, and he's not going to last." And
So they rescinded it somehow?
No, so Dr. Buss called Donald Carter, and the story I heard was he said, "Hey, I gave you my word, so if you really want to go through with this trade, I'll honor it. But I have the best GM in the league, and he says he's going to leave if we do this deal, and I really don't want to lose my GM, so I would appreciate it if you let me out of the deal." And Donald Carter said, "Because you came at me this way, I'll absolutely let you out of the deal, and I
Yep.
appreciate your honesty."
Oh,
This is
interesting.
I've heard this
That's
story.
A great
That's a great
story.
telling. of
Great
it.
story.
Have you heard that before?
I don't think I've ever heard that story.
What?
I have a very short memory.
After all these years,
Well,
John has a story that you've never heard.
Just play along. I said
There is no story that each other have told, particularly me. I'm the worst at this, but there's probably 100 stories that we recycle monthly.
Every story is new to me, though. I try to pretend like every story is new.
Groundhog Day.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, last night you were making fun of the LA Bowl, and yesterday was the Boca Bowl. Boca Raton Bowl, which we carried here on 710
Okay.
ESPN.
Yeah, I
And
heard some
you know
of that.
why I loved I loved those games?
Why?
Because I had a little action
Okay.
with sleeper
That
picks.
makes sense.
And I'm running with
win?
what's that?
Did you win?
I didn't. I lost on the running back from Western Kentucky. You're.
Because you lost your NBA Cup bet, right?
I did lose NBA Cup.
Shea kind of didn't fire.
No,
Yeah.
Shea did not go.
Gotta go with Darvin.
But I'm rolling with one tonight. Tell me, this is the Thursday night game, the big Thursday night showdown at SoFi. Yeah, tonight's the night. I've got Bo Nix, more than 1.5 touchdown passes. I've got
that.
Justin Herbert more than 229.5
I like that.
yards, and I've got Ladd McConkey more than 66.5 yards.
Check and make sure that Ladd McConkey is good to go. He was questionable.
Well, the great thing is, if he doesn't go for some reason, it gets eliminated from the pick anyway.
So it just becomes a 2-team parlay?
It becomes a two-teamer, yeah. I'm telling you, sleeper picks. Brian Cohen, I'm sure his wedding day is tomorrow. I'm sure he's playing sleeper picks even as we speak. You can download the Sleeper app right now. Pick more or less on at least 2 players' projected stats. Can be anything: points, rebounds, assists, touchdowns, yardage, all that kind of stuff. If you're right, you can win up to 100 times your cash. And for a limited time, Sleeper's got a special deal. New users just got to play $5, and you get $55 in free entries. Download the Sleeper app right now. Use code 710. Get $55 in free entries when you play $5. That's code 710. Download the Sleeper app today. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The most followed sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Cap. So you get this letter from the Department of Water and Power with 2 big bold words: high usage. And you don't really know what to do about it, but you kind of have an idea of who you can blame. So you go knock on your daughter's door and you go, "Hey, would you stop showering for 45 minutes twice a day?" And then you go to your son and say, "Would you please stop washing your car 3 times a week?" And then you continue with your life until you get another one of these beautiful letters that says high usage on it. This is where the Water Boy comes in. The Water Boy specializes in pressurized leak detection. All they do, day in and day out, is go to homes and find leaks. Their state-of-the-art equipment allows them to visually and acoustically inspect your pipes to find that stubborn leak that's constantly flowing. It can be anything from a failing toilet to a burst pipe in your slab. You don't even know it existed. They have ample amounts of experience from water damage restoration to general construction and plumbing that, when combined, allows them to master the art of leak detection. They do non-destructive leak detections, which means they're not going to open or damage the structure of your home. Their equipment is advanced enough to listen to the exposed surfaces and indicate where the leak is occurring. They are widely used by homeowners, property managers, and even realtors to inspect pressurized water systems to make sure they're intact and functioning with no leaks. Call Omer at the Waterboy Leak Detection today, 818-518-5055. Visit thewaterboyinc.com. That's the Waterboy Leak Detection at 818-518-5055. Talk to Omer. He's going to take good care of you at the Waterboy. Visit thewaterboyinc.com.
One 877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. You'll get a maximum tax deduction and a vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Paid for by Cars for Kids.
Primetime football is back at the Rams house with the playoff push in full swing on Saturday, December 28th at SoFi Stadium when Matthew Stafford and the Rams battle Kyler Murray and the Cardinals. The stage is set for a Saturday night primetime showdown with playoff implications on the line at the Rams house. Grab your tickets today at therams.com/AZ. Again, that's therams.com/AZ to watch your Rams battle the Cardinals on Saturday, December 28th at 5 p.m. at SoFi Stadium. See you at the Rams house.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-777-1225. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-777-1225. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-777-1225. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-777-1225. 800-777-1225 or biglou.com.
Mamacita, ¿dónde está Santa Claus? ¿Dónde está Santa Claus?
Happy Christmas, everybody. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN. Ireland's in beautiful Sacramento. Sacramento for the holidays. They always talk about that. It's like a Christmas card up there. It looks absolutely beautiful.
The yellow bridge up there. There's a yellow bridge. The trains.
Exactly. It's amazing. It's scenic and amazing. Momo's here. Bergman's here. Jorge's in for Brian, who's getting married tomorrow. Ooh.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's getting Brian Cohen getting married
Unless
tomorrow.
he gets cold feet.
I don't think he. No.
No, I think it's been too long.
They've been together.
Yeah, they've been together for a long time.
That's the scarce details on this. I want a little bit more.
What do you want to know?
Who?
His future
Vegas.
wife's name is Allison.
I do know. No.
They're being married by Elvis.
Elvis?
So we're in Vegas.
We were all invited. No one's going, even though Mason lied and said he was going to go.
The problem
Were
is.
you actually invited?
Well,
we're all invited.
We were invited, yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, we got a show tomorrow, so that makes it tough. I mean, I didn't want to skip out on our holiday spectacular.
I didn't get
Any
invited.
other day, Brian.
I didn't get invited. I might have gone.
Mason gave him the Ireland any other day, Brian.
If it was any other day.
Did you pressure him into inviting you, or was it an actual invite? Because I remember he was a little scarce on that, like at first.
She was at the Mandy's, Momo. I don't know. You probably see.
I think
I met her. Yeah, we
Bergman,
sat at the same table.
did we wrench that invitation out of Brian, or did?
Well, I wasn't here the day that it happened,
Yeah.
so I was out of town.
Did you get invited?
I did
I
not.
think he
Yeah, I
did a
didn't
smart
either.
thing. He invited us, knowing, at least in my case, that I wasn't want to go. So
Right.
he gets a gift out of it, and he
Right.
doesn't have to pay for my dinner.
Right.
I gave him
and
a
he-
gift anyway. I'm not going.
And
I
I
didn't get invited.
pretended I was going to go, so
Yeah.
and he still got a gift out of it, so it's
Yeah.
absolutely perfect.
There you go.
Yeah.
Home run.
So
Win-win.
celebration on after the in-season tournament. It's interesting. So the Milwaukee Bucks have made a big deal about we don't celebrate, we didn't pop any champagne bottles, we didn't do any of the stuff that the Lakers
A lot
did.
of photos. A lot of photos.
A lot of
there.
photos. Now, what's interesting is Dan Wojcicki has come out and said, really, neither did the Lakers.
Yeah.
Not true.
He says that they were there for 5 minutes, they took some photos, and then they left. Nobody even stayed in Vegas for the night. Is that different than your knowledge, Dan? Because Dan Wojcicki says he was there for it.
I was in the locker room.
Yeah. Did you see Dan?
They probably celebrated all over the place.
He says, the Lakers barely celebrated a year ago. Most players didn't even stay the night in Vegas. Team was back in L.A. for like 24 hours and immediately went into a long
Dan's
stretch.
point is they didn't go out and turn it into an all-night party on the Strip. That's true. But in terms of them opening the bottles and celebrating and putting goggles on and dumping beer and champagne
Did they put
over each
goggles
other,
on?
they did all of that.
Oh, that's stupid.
Okay.
Honestly, the whole in-season tournament is just kind of
why
dumb.
Why is that stupid? But then a baseball team that wins a play-in game does it, and you think it's great.
Because again,
are actual playoffs.
First of all, they are
But they didn't
actual
win
playoffs,
anything yet.
and this is bull crap. This is just a lined up piece of garbage that the NBA is trying to foist on everybody. It really is. And they're pretending like it's something big, and it's really just some sort of cash grab to make up for the fact that they don't have Christmas Day to themselves anymore. This is like basically all they got.
They sold it to Amazon.
Right.
So
Well,
it's
to Emirates.
to Emirates, and now it's part of the Amazon TV deal.
Right.
The next broadcast
But
deal.
I don't know who would celebrate.
I don't either.
I always assumed that the celebration, like the banner across the street, is mandatory. Like the Lakers hung a banner for the in-season tournament.
The league asked them to do that.
And I would imagine they'll force Milwaukee to do it,
They
too,
will.
even though nobody really gives a damn about this
Okay,
stuff.
I was not as close to this as you were, John, but I got sort of other. I mean, or Dan. I wasn't in the locker room when the Lakers won. Okay, but my sense was the Lakers were being good corporate citizens. They were being good partners last year. There was a sort of the league wants us to do this. This is the first year we're going to legitimize it, and I don't feel like the guys really wanted to do all that. And I heard a lot of regrets afterwards. Like,
well, remember, Momo,
regrets.
they went in. The Lakers went in the tank after that. They went like 3-9 in their next 12 games.
Yep. And I think it was
so-
because they played really hard.
Correct.
And pushed themselves
And
during
shouldn't
a
have.
time of year.
And shouldn't have.
Yeah, when teams usually don't. And
Meaningless
everybody
game.
else had a break.
Yeah. No, shouldn't have pushed themselves
Which
so
is
hard.
why they should do a couple things. If they keep doing the NBA Cup, which I think they're going to, because as you point
They
out,
have
Mason,
to.
now it's a moneymaker.
Yeah.
There should be a reward for winning it other than just money.
Right.
What I have heard is that it would potentially guarantee you at least the 6th seed.
Oh, well, that would you play hard for.
Right. And then it would make sense to play hard for
I like that.
And then, so in the case of the Lakers last year, it would have taken them out of the play-in tournament and locked them into the 6th seed. Same thing with Milwaukee. I don't know. I think Milwaukee right now is like 4. But if they were to struggle during the season and drop to the 7, the worst they could do once the playoffs start would be the 6. So they're out of the play-in tournament.
That's really worth something.
Yeah, there's so many changes I would make in the NBA right now, mainly around shooting threes. But there's so many things that I think need addressing. It's such a great game, but the game the other night, guys, when the Lakers beat Memphis, the last 4 minutes of that game probably took 35 to 40 minutes.
It was terrible. It was
And that's a really
honestly
easy
hard
fix.
to watch. If I was not a Lakers fan and didn't have to talk about it for a living, I would have turned that game off because it was not entertaining.
Yeah, and so if you eliminate the replays until just 2 minutes to go in the game and then made sure each team only gets one, then I think the games would move much quicker. The other thing I would do, and I've said it many times on the show, instead of 5 team fouls and you're shooting free throws, make it 10. If after the 10th team foul is when you shoot.
So you don't spend so much time at the line.
Yeah, well, in that game, Mesa were 80 free throws.
Right.
Nobody wants to see that.
The one I heard that I kind of like is you're allowed to make 23s. After that, no more.
I think statistically
20
that would be
makes.
hard to execute.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, Ramona, the one I like better than that is eliminate the corner 3. Make the 3-point line a half moon arc that goes from like the 25-foot mark to the 25-foot mark.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be a longer shot and no corner 3s, and I think teams would stop taking so many of them.
Yeah, I like that too. You can change the courts around. I think the other issue though is that style of play. It's the same thing that baseball faced a couple years ago.
Correct.
Where they got to this
and
part,
they made massive adjustments.
and I think
Good
some
ones.
of them been good, and some are but one of the biggest things baseball did that we don't talk about because it wasn't on the money or on the nose. Like you can't say like okay. I think baseball became a lot more about personalities. There was just a lot of new stars that are interesting. There's a lot of people
But
who
I don't think the NBA is short on stars who are interesting.
I think
We
there's
still
a-
talk about these players. They are
Ramona,
brands.
Back,
they are personalities.
back to the other point you were making about what baseball did.
Yeah.
What baseball did was they encouraged more action, more movement on the base paths. They made the bases bigger to encourage stealing. They deadened the ball so there weren't as many home runs. They got rid of the shift so there would be more hits. The NBA needs to and to me, NBA athletes are the most fun to watch. I mean, when an NBA athlete makes a spectacular play, you're like, I can't believe the guy just did that.
Yeah.
But what they need are fewer stoppages. So, again, if they move the team fouls from 5 to 10, then every time you get a foul, you just take it out again, and we're right back to the action. The other thing is they've done with the three-pointers is because so many teams can make them, there are teams now, about half of them, that shoot more threes than twos.
Yep.
They need to reverse it. They need to get back to you shoot threes when you're behind and you need them, or you use them to stretch the court to open up the paint. But when you're doing nothing but walking down and jacking up threes, it takes away from the athleticism and makes it the comparison is it's like when baseball was all swing for a home run or strike out. And so there was no movement.
Yeah.
With these threes, people just run down the court and spot up at the three-point line.
But to me, the key then is how do you incentivize teams to do something else? Since it's an extra point and you don't want to trade threes for twos, how do you incentivize teams to go to the rack, to play in the paint? How do you do that? There has to be an incentive to do it because it's only worth 2 points and the 3 is worth 3.
Yeah.
Right, but you've made, in essence, the three-point area smaller.
It's harder to shoot,
Harder to get one of those off. And the other thing is, I think what you would see is fewer teams emphasizing, like everybody now is looking for three-point shooters because that's the way the game is. But now more teams would go into people who were athletic, could post up, who could score, who could play defense. There's a whole bunch of other smaller changes they could make. I would get rid of the illegal defense. That stops the game for no reason.
Yep.
I would allow goaltending.
But is there any, some of this stuff you've talked about for a year. Is there any incentive? Is there any movement? You're not the only one. A lot of guys are talking about it.
Yeah, Adam Silver said at the NBA Cup on Tuesday that they are now looking at everything.
Yeah.
I think they're aware of it. To me, like in covering the league, there feels, how do I put this? I feel like we've gotten so down the line on transactional stuff sometimes.
Meaning?
That, like what who's going to be traded, what.
Right.
They've made it harder to trade people.
Yeah, and I actually think that's going to help. Like, I think the fact that it's harder to do trades and it's going to force teams to work it out with what they have. It's going to force people to watch teams grow and watch teams build and grow because so much of our coverage ends up being, okay, I'm watching NBA today.
Who are the Lakers going to get?
Yeah, who are the Lakers going to get? What are they going to do?
Yep.
And then it comes out. Does that make me want to watch? Does that make me want to tune in? Like, I want to watch Karl Towns going back to Minnesota for the first time. That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's an interesting story.
Isn't that tonight?
That's tonight.
Yeah, that's tonight. Yeah.
That's an interesting storyline.
Sure,
and it's interesting, like Karl's, them revisiting that. Like, those are how Karl's fit into New York. And
right.
We need to draw people into these people and personalities and not just
well,
about.
Guess what? That's your job.
I know.
All right, coming up next, going to spin the wheel of questions. In the meantime, you know what a perfect holiday gift is? It is flowers from the Books Company. So I sent flowers to my mom, to Juan's mom, to Juan's stepmom. Scored with all three. Absolutely love the flowers. And the classic last-minute jewelry dash you should forget about. Don't be scrounging around the store at the back of the store on Christmas Eve trying to find something. Send some beautiful flowers. And right now I've got 25% off your entire Books purchase, including flower subscriptions. So you can send some too. It is the secret husband life hack. Here's why I like the Books Company. Their flowers are cut fresh and sourced directly from the best flower farms. They last way longer. And with a Books flower subscription, gifting is a breeze all year long. Surprise your wife, girlfriend, mom, grandma with a stunning holiday bouquet now. And then with roses for Valentine's Day. You can brighten your mom's day with a colorful arrangement just because. It's so easy, no stress, no wrapping. It's happiness and love on repeat. Go to Books.com, use promo code ESPN for 25% off. Again, use promo code ESPN for 25% off at the Books Company. That's BOUQS.com. The only flowers I send are from the Books Company. Books, promo code ESPN. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
710 ESPN, the destination for LA sports this fall.
Here comes LeBron and slam dunk right in Paul George's face and a foul.
Lakers basketball.
Got it back. Another three. Good. What a night for Austin Reeves.
Rams football.
Cup of the six. Cup to the pylon. Touchdown, Cooper Cup. Touchdown, LA.
the USC Trojans.
Hands off the marks, up the middle, into the end zone! Touchdown! They're going wild in half of this stadium as the Trojans are going to pull off the upset. How do you do?
LAFC.
Oh, flip for LA Football Club, did he?
The LA Kings and Angels Baseball.
The all-new ESPN LA app, your destination for LA sports.
Hey, John Ireland here. If you're looking to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage. They'll make you a cash offer, no need for repairs. They buy as is. With Seller's Advantage, there are no agents. They can close in days, and they buy with cash. They'll even offer a $10,000 advance to help with moving and other expenses. Check out their reviews online and call for a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, and visit sellersadvantage.com.
Hey, it's Mace. You have never experienced anything like Cosm. This season, take your NBA experience to a new level. Catch all the NBA action in immersive shared reality with their massive 8K plus wraparound dome display. Go courtside this holiday season at Cosm Los Angeles. Use our exclusive discount code ESPNLA. Get 20% off any NBA event in December. Limited tickets still available for the NBA doubleheader on Christmas Day. Get your tickets now at Cosm.com. That's COSM.com.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Leaving for the gym so early?
I'm ready to go.
Since you started taking Nugenix Total T, you've been acting like when we met in our 20s.
I feel like myself again. Lower testosterone after turning 40 slowed me down. Nugenix Total T has been a game changer for me.
What is it about Nugenix Total T that's different?
It's a key ingredient called Tesnor. It boosts free and total testosterone to help you get back the drive and energy from your youth. Total T is backed by 5 clinical studies.
I've seen the huge difference it's made for you in the gym, at work, and in the bedroom.
I'm so glad I sent them a text for my complimentary bottle. Text LION to 321321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Nugenix is the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now, and we'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever. Absolutely free. Text LION to 321321. That's LION to 321321.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
What would Luke Robitaille say? Jorge, what would Luke Robitaille say?
He doesn't know.
I just need my wide orbit. There we go.
I tried to give it to you.
There's Luke. Yeah, we all did it. All right, so Wheel of Questions today is interesting. So on the Culture Pop podcast, which came out today, we talked about the best TV shows of 2024. We made a little mini movie like we always do for each of our shows.
I like it.
Go ahead and play this, and then I'm going to ask you guys what your favorite television show or favorite television viewing experience was for this year. Hit it, Jorge.
It's our year-end show, Best TV of 2024. Sue, what was your favorite TV viewing experience of 2024?
God, it's a really tough one to pin down my favorite, but Penguin's up there.
Penguin's my #1.
Yeah,
absolutely
Penguin.
Love it. Like, I have True Detective Night Country.
Yeah,
Is
I like
Hacks on your list?
Hacks is on my list, yep.
Is Baby Reindeer on your list?
Baby Reindeer, yes.
So weird, so completely unlike anything I've ever seen.
I have Day of the Jackal.
Me too.
How much fun was that?
There was like a very short, limited series, I think it was 6 episodes, called Mr. Throwback. It stars Steph Curry from the Golden State Warriors, who is great. There is the best in television.
Okay, so there you have it.
2020.
For me, the Penguin is #1. If you've not seen that Steph Curry show, he is fantastic.
Wow, I didn't watch it.
Mr. Throwback, it's on Peacock. Also stars Adam Pally. Makes me laugh a lot. Ramona, best TV viewing experience of 2024.
Okay, so we're saying that Clipped is out of the question, right?
No. Other than clips.
Other than my show.
Other than your
Okay.
show.
Other
yes.
than my show.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I'm going to go with Night Country.
It was really good.
And I'm like not a scary show person. I get scared by True Detective.
Sure.
I get scared by those things. I usually, as far as I can go, is spy thrillers.
Right.
Like I was watching something on the plane, Lioness. So you see Lioness?
John loves
so
Lioness.
good.
It's great.
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
Yeah.
I want to just binge it, And
Yeah,
I got
it's
through
so
3
good.
episodes.
Season
and
2 just came out.
Did you start? No, season 2 just ended.
Oh, ended.
But Ramona, did you start season 1, episode 1?
Yeah, start season 1, episode 1.
I think it is such a creative idea for people who don't know what Lioness is about. And by the way, it's got an all-star cast.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Zoe Saldana, Nicole Kidman, a bunch of people in it. But here's the base premise of Lioness. They realize that most terrorists in the Middle East have really attractive girlfriends. So they train an FBI operative who's an attractive woman, but she's a real badass, to become friends
CIA,
with the terrorists' girlfriends, so then they can find out where the terrorists are and go kill them.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
And it's I don't know, it's just well done. It drew me in because I was on the plane, and also I felt like the cast was really good. I was like, okay, I'll watch one because I'm usually down for a good spy thriller.
Right. You should check out Day of the Jackal with
Day
Eddie
of the
Redmayne.
Jackal? Okay.
It's terrific on
Yeah.
Peacock.
But I
just
think I'm
finished
gonna go
that.
with Night Country. I loved. It was scary.
John,
but
did
it
you
was
watch
good, and
True
Jodie
Detective
Foster
Night
was
Country?
great.
No, I haven't watched any of the True
You
Detectives.
don't need to have seen any of them.
You don't
I
have
never
to.
watched any of them before. I just
And it's
watched
totally
this one.
different than any of the other ones.
Yeah.
This is the one with Jodie Foster.
Yeah,
in it?
Jodie Foster is
She was
awesome in this.
awesome.
Yeah, and
And
by the way, a professional boxer
Yeah.
named Callie Reese was the co-star, and she was terrific. Ireland. So your answer is clipped, and then
No, my answer, Mace, is 6 words.
Yeah.
Holiday touchdown, a Chiefs
Good.
love
Oh, my
song.
God.
What a.
No, tomorrow night they're doing an extended director's cut. I'm not making that
Is
up.
the director? Is it like one of those things where the director talks through it and says,
I don't know.
Here's what
It's
we're
just-
going for in this
being
scene."
promoted as extended cut.
Oh God.
Holiday
Ugh,
touchdown.
can you hear my
And I
eyes
will-
rolling?
I will be
I can.
recording it. So after I go to my dinner at Morton's with Michael, I can come back and watch it in the hotel room.
Oy.
Bergman, best television viewing of 2024.
I really am loving. It's still going on right now. Shrinking. The second season
Yeah,
of
I've
Shrinking
never
is
gotten to season 2, yeah.
so good.
Harrison
the acting
Ford
is
is
fantastic.
so funny.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
The acting, just the writers are so good. It's Brett Goldstein,
Yeah.
who did
Who's-
Ted Lasso.
He is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what's his character's name?
Roy Kent.
Roy Kent.
Roy
yeah.
Kent in Ted Lasso, but he's also in this too, and he writes it also. He's so good. The show is fantastic.
Okay, Shrinking, and that's on Apple Plus.
Apple Plus. By the way, why does Sue sound like AI in that clip?
I think it's because everything is cut together.
Yeah.
You know, just taking lines here, there.
Or
I don't know. I got people
Sue
that do
pulled
stuff like
a
that.
fast one over there and sent fake Stu. to
Maybe
the
I did the
Culture
show
Pop
with
podcast.
ChatGPT.
You might have.
There you go.
Jorge, what about you? Best television viewing of 2024.
I'm gonna say The Penguin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are they gonna do season 2 of this?
Yeah, they are.
Because man, it was good.
Hey,
Ed
you know what
Collins
I
was
enjoyed?
It got
Momo,
super
that,
dark there at the end.
It did.
That you were in, and you did a good job on it, was Starting
Oh, yeah.
5 on Netflix.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
good.
yeah.
You're in it. McMenamin's in it. It basically takes 5 NBA players. It's LeBron, it's Jason Tatum, it's Anthony Edwards, it's Jimmy Butler,
Yeah.
and it's Domantas Sabonis. And they follow him for a whole season. It was last season. And it was really well done and really good. They're, Momo, they're doing season 2 on it next year with 5 different
players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a sense of who some of them are,
Oh,
but
yeah?
I'm not sure yet.
I think
No.
they've announced it. Who they
Did
are.
they?
Yeah, I'll look it up.
Maybe
they
better
announced it.
than a sense.
Yeah.
Stronger
probably
than
better,
a
yeah.
sense if they've
'Cause
announced it.
I've been in the arena when somebody else is, following them around.
I want to play something because it's funny. Then we'll get to sports graffiti. Yesterday we played this clip. Michael.
All right, by the way,
Irvin-
Mace, before you get to that,
Yeah.
here's the 5 for
Okay.
season 2. Kevin Durant,
Yeah, that's the one.
Jalen Brown, James Harden,
Oh.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, and Tyrese Halliburton. Those are
Oh,
the
cool.
5.
I like that. Okay,
Go
I
ahead.
didn't know those.
Sorry, I
Okay.
didn't mean to interrupt you.
All right,
yeah.
let's open the phones for sports graffiti. We'll do that. 877-710 ESPN. Obviously talking about a lot of stuff. Holidays, Rams, Chargers tonight in a do-or-die game for them against Denver. All that kind of stuff is fair game. 877-710 ESPN. All right, so Michael Irvin, I found this yesterday, was talking about whether Travis Hunter should play both ways.
Okay.
By the way, we asked Sean McVay about it yesterday.
What did he say?
And Sean said, absolutely. He said he can absolutely do it. He is that special talented. So Michael Irvin says, play both because you're worth more, right? You're going to make more money for playing both. So here's what Michael Irvin says that Travis Hunter should do.
Shohei Ohtani, my money to me.
Okay.
Play both sides. Shohei Ohtani, my money to me.
Makes perfect sense to me.
Yep, play both sides. I told Bergman yesterday, this is Michael Irvin's going to represent us in this next contract negotiation, Ireland. What do you think?
I think you should use that exact line when representing us.
Yes, Michael Irvin is going to cut our next deals.
Shohei Ohtani, my money to me.
See, and my point was, John, you do two things, so that makes sense. Mace does one.
But I do it so well.
Yeah,
but it's one. You can't be Shohei Ohtani.
Back to Travis Hunter for a second. I think it would be a tremendous mistake for whoever drafts him to limit him to one thing.
I
it would
agree.
be the equivalent of having Shohei and never letting him pitch.
Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't allow. Now, I don't know what it's going to do for his
Deion
durability.
did it.
Yeah, I don't know what it's going to do for his durability or his career or all that stuff, but right now he's clearly capable of 100 snaps a game because that's what he's been doing.
Where does he get drafted? What's he?
One.
You think
No. Shador will go
top
one.
five. Top five.
I think he'll go top 3.
Okay.
You think top 3? The mocks that I've looked at, I've seen several mocks that have him. Well, but the Raiders are going to go quarterback.
It's usually quarterback.
And the Giants are going to go quarterback, so that's also going to be.
And then whoever has the third
New
pick
England will not, so probably New England.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
we'll trade for Travis Hunter. And by the way, he'll sell tickets, too. I'd love to have that guy on my team.
Oh, fantastic. All right, so let's do some sports graffiti. 877-710-ESPN. Whatever you got is cool with us. It is our second to last day. Tomorrow's our last day before the holiday.
Your last day.
My last day, right. You're working, Ireland's working, all that stuff. I'm finally getting out of here.
It's okay. I just got out of here. It's okay.
You guys will laugh, but I've only had 3 shows off since August.
That's a good run.
That's a good run. I always do it in the fall. I never do it in the summer. Summer is where all the days land.
Yeah.
Check out for the summer. All right, sports graffiti's next. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event starts now at Cardinale Way Hyundai. Experience the chill of winter and the thrill of savings with 0% APR on a brand new 2025 Hyundai Tucson, 2024 Elantra, Sonata, Santa Fe, Ioniq 5 for up to 48 months, and 0 payments for 90 days. Plus, enjoy peace of mind driving with America's best warranty. Cardinale Way Hyundai just off the 91 freeway or online at CardinaleWayHyundai.com. Offer available to well-qualified buyers only, subject to HMF credit approval. Expires January 2nd, 2025.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Travis with DeMarco and Evan Cohen.
Only one all-star defensive team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
Shohei Ohtani, my money to me.
Sage Spa, give a gift, get a gift. How about get a gift, get a gift? Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
Get a commemorative 20th anniversary holiday ornament, the 25th.
Number 2.
Earthquake will leave you shaking with laughter. Live January 25th.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away 45 Samsung 55-inch TVs on New Year's Eve. Play your favorite games with your rewards card. 10A to 6P to enter.
Morongo, good times.
Prime time football is back at the Rams house with the playoff push in full swing on Saturday, December 28th at SoFi Stadium when Matthew Stafford and the Rams battle Kyler Murray and the Cardinals. The stage is set for a Saturday night primetime showdown with playoff implications on the line at the Rams house. Grab your tickets today at therams.com/AZ. Again, that's therams.com/AZ to watch your Rams battle the Cardinals on Saturday, December 28th at 5 p.m. at SoFi Stadium. See you at the Rams house.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station.
Hi, this is Matthew Stafford of your Los Angeles Rams. This is Mason and Ireland on your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN.
Okay, I'm just getting word. There's something wrong with our phones.
Do you want me to call a friend?
Sports Graffiti might be canceled?
I believe it is canceled for today until the phones start working. I'll give out my cell phone number, and you guys can call me, and I'll put it on the speaker.
Why don't we just randomly call someone? You want to just randomly
No,
call
the
someone?
phones aren't working.
I know, but call them on your cell. Like call Juan, or I'll call Nevin or something. That'll be our Sports Graffiti.
That'll be our Sports Graffiti.
What do you
Is
think,
you're
John?
going to call Nevin?
I think that is a terrible idea.
Yeah, I just don't know. Is Nevin going to...
Who do we think's good? Do you want to just call a random person and see if they answer?
Well, who do you got?
I don't know.
Do you got anybody really good?
I mean, yeah, I
You
do.
got good people.
I mean,
I know one who's in the news that's in your phone that would be awesome if you called.
Who? Oh yeah, we could do that.
Could you do that?
Who are you
Not on
talking
the
about?
air.
If you're on YouTube, you can see it. But we were
Yeah,
talking
not on
about
the air.
Darvin Ham,
Yeah, I could
who
do
had
that.
so much to say.
By the
Yeah, I
way,
did.
do you guys think Darvin's wrong?
No, I don't think he's wrong, but I don't think it's a good look to be complaining about it.
Yeah.
Ramona, what do you think?
You know what? I never blame anybody. Nobody likes getting fired. I
No,
don't blame
it's
anybody.
no fun.
Yeah, and like he didn't really say anything afterwards. So I always think there's everybody waits for the right moment to say their piece, and that was a good moment.
Ireland.
But it's kind of ironic because I never thought Frank Vogel should have been fired.
Yeah.
Right.
And that opened it up for Darvin.
Yeah.
Sure.
And now Darvin, and a lot of people agree with Darvin that he shouldn't have been fired, but that opened it up for JJ. So it's weird. The way you got in is the way you went out.
Right. And I think, Darvin's point is, and he laid out, they went from no playoffs to Western Conference Finals to, all that stuff, losing to Denver in the first round last year. He's saying basically if he was anywhere else, he would have gotten an extension. He actually used that line.
I disagree with that aspect of it for this sense. It's a players' league now. Giannis got his coach fired.
Right.
And players all over the league are getting coaches fired.
And there are so many reports that Darvin had lost the locker room last
Yeah.
year. Once you lose the locker room, it's
Listen,
time to
well,
move on.
it's more than any other sport. It's a players' league. Like, I honestly don't believe that there's a player on the Rams who could get Sean McVay fired. But
No.
there's probably 2 players on the Clippers, 2 on the Lakers, 3 on the Warriors, 3 on the Suns, 3 on the Mavericks, all who could get their coach fired.
I think it's part of the job description when you coach a superstar.
Right.
But Ramona, in the NBA,
Yeah.
because in the NFL and Major League Baseball and hockey, it doesn't work that way. It's unique to the NBA.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, is there anybody on the Pittsburgh Steelers who could get Mike Tomlin fired?
God, no.
Right, but there's anybody on the Philadelphia 76ers. There's 3 guys on the
Can do it.
76ers.
If
who can
Tyrese
get Nick
Maxey
Nurse
pulls the
fired.
plug, it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
So
know.
that's-
Maxey has that pull, but
Well, the other guy does.
Embiid does.
The
Yeah,
other
he
guy
does,
does.
yeah.
I was just throwing out a name that wasn't
I
obvious.
can call. You want me to call Perk? See if Perk will answer. Have we
What
moved
do you
on?
think, Ireland? Have we moved on? Do you want
I think
Perk?
we're moving on.
Yeah,
We're moving on.
Moving on.
I'm trying to
Moving
think
on.
Who would be a good call?
So I was talking to Bergman about this. I find this question interesting. So I got to be part of what I think is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, sports experience of all time in 2024, which was being at Game 1 of the World Series when Freddie Freeman hit the Grand Slam.
Oh, you have to rub this in. I chose Game 2.
But if I ask you guys, what are your personal favorite sports moments of the year? I've actually got 3 of them. What would you say?
Okay,
What
well,
was your personal
I
moment?
was not at Game 1, but I watched Game 1, and I watched it with my 6-year-old. And he stayed up late.
Did he understand
yes,
what was
he
going on?
understood, and he was jumping around, and that was really cool to watch
that's
with
cool.
like Daniel at that age. And
Yeah.
then I went to Game 2. So number 1 and number 2
Are there.
Yeah. Number 3. Whew.
Ireland, you're at a lot of games.
Yeah, well, I'll never forget the Freddie Freeman homer because
Yeah.
it happened live on the air while I was doing a Lakers
Yeah, that was
game.
that's
cool.
right.
And so, and that's back when the Lakers were playing good. And so that was. I'll never forget. I announced it in real time.
That's cool.
Right.
Yeah. I
And
remember.
what was surreal about it was that the crowd, several people in the crowd were, and I guess everybody in the suites, was following the Dodger game. So somebody was just walking the ball up the court, and the building just exploded. And I said, many of the fans in the building won't understand this, but the reason that everyone's going crazy is Freddie Freeman just won Game 1 of the World Series. And so it was like one of those unique electronic sports moments that wouldn't have happened 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But everybody either had their phone or their TV or something on there, so it was really cool.
Yeah, I mean, for me, Freddie's number one. It's one of the great sports moments. It might go down as the greatest sports moment I've ever been in person
Live,
for.
yeah.
Live. Number 2 was that Rams-Bills game, which was awesome. And number 3 was hanging out in the 3252 at LAFC with Bergman. We had a blast that night.
That was so much fun. It was some of the most fun I've had at a sporting event in quite some time because the energy in the 3252 is just intense.
Yeah,
I don't know.
All clear eyes, full heart.
If any team in Los Angeles sports history has nailed the rollout as well as the LAFC guys did.
Yeah.
If you think about the size of the stadium, perfect.
It's
not too
on the
big,
money.
not too small.
Yep.
They won, and they won early, like right out of the gate. They engaged the fans from day one and valued their opinion. And so all the success that the LAFC has had in this first decade of theirs is well-deserved because they planned it all out.
Yeah. Momo, you got to come to the 3252 with us. It's
go.
really fun. I would go back. Wouldn't you go back, Bergman?
100%. Anytime we can get in there, I'm totally in.
Yeah.
It's
I think that sounds
It's
fun.
a blast.
It's
Wait, were you
constant
guys
singing.
Clear eyes, full heart for that? Like
Well,
clear eyes?
The second part.
Yeah.
I don't think you would call their eyes
I
clear.
That's
You
what
know
I'm
what I
saying.
mean?
Well, because that enhances it. Were you enhanced experience there?
I don't remember. Was I? I don't think I was.
I mean, the gummy is something
Oh,
that you
yeah,
do
no, I ate
pretty
the gummy.
regularly.
Yeah, the gummy was it. So, yes, I was.
Yeah.
Oh, Momo.
How about that parade? Dodger Parade.
Oh, Dodger Parade is
I think
fantastic.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that was an unbelievable experience to be on that
Yeah.
parade route. You were down there, right?
I didn't get down there. I was here with you. Remember, I was like in the studio.
Right, when I got back from the parade.
I was like coming over from TV, and we were supposed to just wait for you guys to get back.
Yeah. It felt really cool to be part of that, and
I know.
people were so excited. It was such a
Yeah.
I mean, it was a day of joy in Los Angeles. So many people.
So you actually didn't really get fully into it because it was so busy. You
I was
couldn't
over
get
on
through,
the side.
Right?
I saw him go by.
So me, Travis, DeMarco, a bunch of the interns,
Yeah.
we all got to walk in through that at the early on, so before the parade even started, and it was crazy. It was so packed, and they were saying there was going to be 200,000 people. There was way more than that.
Yeah, I would. And by the way, Laura sent by a story today. I don't know if you guys saw this, but the amount of money that was spent for that parade.
Well spent, in my opinion. I think it was worth $2
According
million.
to TMZ, the Dodgers parade cost $1.7 million.
That's not much.
On law enforcement, and an additional $290,000 on the fire department. So $2 million was spent across LAPD and LAFD.
I'm okay with all of that.
There are only 7 players on the current Tampa Bay's 2025 roster who make more than that in a season. So we spent more for our parade than Tampa pays for players.
Yeah, big city, man.
Hey,
you know,
too bad.
Too bad. So
Yeah,
sad.
Exactly. All right, coming up next for you. What's it like if you have a teammate who used to date your wife?
Oh.
You know this story?
I might.
Okay, we will do it coming up next. In the meantime, Momo, I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
I love my Hyundai. I drive the Elantra, which I absolutely love. You reached out to me a couple of weeks ago and said your brother's looking for a car, and I hooked you guys up with Hyundai.
Yeah, you sent me to Sean Evans over at Hyundai in Van Nuys, and I was because my brother's basically he's got a young son. His car broke down. We needed to get a new car quick. It wasn't safe to drive him to school. It wasn't safe to go anywhere. And I was like, we need to get this done. Can you help me out? And they went in there, bought a car the same day, took care of their trade-ins, felt really good about the whole situation, and they love their new Sonata. It's like a great white Sonata. He's driving around. He's like posting on Instagram.
Yeah, you
that
sent me
new
a picture. It looks
smell.
good. Yeah.
And he's like, it's sporty, too.
Awesome.
The car's great.
So Southern California Hyundai dealers, where you want to go, it is the Hyundai Getaway Sales event going on right now. You can take home, like Momo's brother did, your favorite Hyundai with some of the season's greatest savings. Drive away now with 0% APR and 0 payments for 90 days. And the best part, every Hyundai comes with standard America's best warranty. That's standard. So act right now. Go to your Southern California Hyundai dealers today. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event is happening right now through January the 2nd. Call 562-314-4603 for details. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The most followed sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Mace. It's that time of year. Shopping is hard. Finding the right gift can be impossible, and waiting until the last minute is a nightmare. The last minute stuff can be a mess. I've got the answer. I'm going to save you all the guesswork. The answer is flowers from the Books Company, and I've got 25% off your entire Books purchase so you can send some too. Here's why the Books Company is so good. Their flowers are cut fresh, sourced directly from the best flower farms, so they last way longer. It was easy. I picked up bouquet, set my delivery date. It was done. No wrapping required. Books is perfect for the people who have everything. Get a festive bouquet for mom, a mini tree for your grandma, and you can go big with a flower subscription for your wife or girlfriend. It's basically happiness on repeat. And right now, you save 25% with promo code ESPN. Go to Books.com. Use promo code ESPN. That's BOUQS.com. Promo code ESPN. Books. Promo code ESPN.
Hey, John Ireland here. Are you going through a life change? Whether you're downsizing, inheriting a home, or ready for a change, Seller's Advantage is here to make selling your home easy. They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. No repairs, no hassle. With Seller's Advantage, you're in control. Close as quickly as you want and do it on your own terms. Check out their reviews online and call for a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. That's 888-390-2747 or visit sellersadvantage.com.
Score a win with Amazon Pickup, the MVP of package pickup options. Amazon Pickup is a convenient and secure way to collect your Amazon packages from locations that are near you. This season, keep your holiday gifts a surprise when you choose to pick up from Amazon Locker or Counter. Whether you're hustling between home, work, or your usual game day spots, grab your packages on your schedule. Amazon Pickup is the worry-free option for the times when home delivery isn't ideal. To find your nearest Amazon Pickup location, go to amazon.com/pickupmvp. That's amazon.com/pickupmvp.
Hey, it's Mace. You have never experienced anything like Cosm. This season, take your NBA experience to a new level. Catch all the NBA action in immersive shared reality with their massive 8K plus wraparound dome display. Go courtside this holiday season at Cosm Los Angeles. Use our exclusive discount code ESPNLA. Get 20% off any NBA event in December. Limited tickets still available for the NBA doubleheader on Christmas Day. Get your tickets now at Cosm.com. That's COSM.com.
ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Orthodontics are teaming up because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. This can be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, a youngster who brightens your day. Tell us who's smiling and you could win some awesome prizes like sweet tickets from ESPN LA, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, and a grand prize of Invisalign from Beverly Hills Ortho. Enter now at ESPNLA.com and remember you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Orthodontics.
Lowe's knows how to help you save time and money, no matter the job. That's why we can deliver supplies to your job site as soon as same day, so you have more time to get the job done. Because when you need it fast, we've got you covered. Lowe's knows pros. Valid on eligible in-stock orders and select zip codes placed by 2 p.m. for same-day delivery by 8 p.m. Subject to driver availability. Fees vary based on purchase. More terms apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
Harry Douglas here. Say goodbye to bulky, clunky shavers that clutter your bathroom. Not only do you get an incredible shave, Panasonic's Palm Razor has a sleek, elegant design that adds a touch of sophistication to your bathroom. It also conveniently charges with a USB cord. Visit shop.panasonic.com/sports to shop for the Palm Razor. Use promo code HARRY for 10% off exclusively for ESPN radio listeners. That's shop.panasonic.com/sports, promo code HARRY.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
So normally we would have Michelle Smallman from Unsportsmanlike with
Yeah.
Evan Canty and Michelle on the show right now, but we have no phones. It's amazing. So we cannot actually call Michelle, and she will not be appearing
What
on
if
the
she
show.
just called on the cell phone? Does that sound bad?
It does sound bad,
Okay.
Momo. Yeah, I mean, you keep wanting to go to this cell phone thing, but it's not going to work. It's not going to work. But when Michelle is on the
Yeah.
show, Momo,
Yeah.
who brings us that event?
That's Prize Picks. You can download the app today and use code 710 to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. So download the app today. Use the code 710 to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game.
All right. So Ireland, Cody Bellinger got traded to the Yankees.
Yes, he did.
And now I think it's his fiance, Chase Carter, right?
No, it's his wife.
It is his wife now.
They are
okay.
married.
So they are married. Giancarlo Stanton used to date his wife, Chase Carter. Does that present some real awkwardness in the locker room?
I've never been in a situation like that before, but I can't imagine that it wouldn't a little. I mean, I guess it depends on the maturity of the people involved and how things ended between her and Stanton. Like, why did they break up? Did somebody cheat or do something egregious or, what like that? But I can't imagine that it's nothing. What do you guys think?
It's funny. Here's a tweet about it. Bellinger going to have to share the locker room showers with Stanton. I just know that's going to wreck a man. I mean, that is kind of the weird part. You become, as a teammate, you become really close to guys. And if you have what we used to call in college a common.
Yeah. It's like a, 6
Did you have
degrees
that,
of
John?
separation. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, common.
Yeah.
Bergman, did you have that?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's called an Eskimo brother where I'm from.
Eskimo brother. All right.
Mace, do you have a common with anybody famous?
Oh, I like this.
Yes.
So do I. Are you willing to reveal who it is?
The famous person or the person?
No, yeah, not the person you hooked up with, the famous person.
No, I will not reveal the name of that Oscar winner.
Come on, man. You can't just put something out like that and not
Can't
say.
do it.
Give it initials.
No, can't. I'm not. I'm absolutely
Just
not
the last
doing it.
name.
No, this one
Just
is
the first
actually
name.
sensitive to me. No,
just
you
their
would not
mother's
throw your
maiden
ex
name.
out there. You throw out your ex's name? No,
No,
not
I'm
going to
not
do
asking.
that.
I'm not asking for the ex's name. I'm asking for the common.
Oh no, that's
the other person.
Oh, you're asking.
but the common is not a famous person, probably.
No. I want the famous person.
Yeah, there is a famous common. Famous common.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not going to say anymore. I really don't want to say anymore. No, I don't want to say anymore. It's the holidays.
Yeah,
I don't want
yeah.
to spoil this person's
I know
life.
it's true. That's
Why would
true.
it spoil their life? Was it that
might.
bad?
It might.
Do you really want to know?
Yes.
Well, what do you think? Now we do.
Now
you
it's
want
even
me to
more
help
so.
you, or do you want me
said
to push you?
Oscar winner.
Okay, so you want to know the common, not the person
that you hooked up with.
Hooked up with, right?
Right.
No, I think
The common's first name initial is K.
K.
Oh, that does nothing for us.
Oh, okay. Well, no. And then,
Kevin.
Keanu.
No.
Oh. Well, you see where I was going.
You're right around it.
Right around it.
Yeah, I heard the first name.
Kevin?
Yeah. That's
I
enough
said Kevin.
Enough said.
Does the last name start with a K also?
No.
Oh.
What, do you think it was Kevin Kiermaier?
No,
Yeah, Kevin Kiermaier.
Kevin
no.
Klein.
Kevin Klein. No, it is not Kevin Klein.
Kevin Klein's been, and by the way, I think he spells his name with a C.
No, it's a
No,
it's a K.
he spells with a K.
Kevin
But
Bacon?
yeah, you're close.
Kevin Bacon.
It's not Kevin Bacon.
All right, let's look
but
at
I am
famous Bacon.
just a couple of degrees from
Yeah.
Kevin Bacon. That's a different game.
Yeah.
No, it's obvious.
Demoff?
Costner.
Come on.
Costner?
No.
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 Spacey.
We're moving on.
Yep.
Well, we finally got it. Yeah, we finally
We're
got it.
That's
moving
very
on.
obvious. That's very obvious.
God darn it. Ireland, do you have okay, now I revealed mine, so what do you got?
Come on, John.
Charles Barkley.
What?
No way!
No way! No way!
That's awesome.
Will you say
I would put that on my business card.
Absolutely. Eskimo brother with Charles Barkley?
I am. and even better, Greg?
Yeah.
I was first.
Oh, yeah, John. Good for you. Good for you.
Wow.
That is so funny.
Does Charles know?
I've never brought it up with him.
I don't know that Charles.
If he came on, would you bring it up with him?
I wouldn't want to.
Hey, you and I got someone in common.
I wouldn't want to throw the person under the bus,
Yeah.
but I would off the air. Like, Greg, if you and I ran into him out like at Nobu, I would bring it up. Yeah.
Oh, that's
And would you tell him that you spoke about it on air?
Yeah, no.
No.
By the way,
He
you know
doesn't know that.
the awful thing about mine is that it's somebody I despise.
Oh, right. But it's still a
Terrible.
good story.
Yeah, but you didn't know.
Perfectly nice person.
Okay.
Mace,
that
is
was in
yours
between.
is the person that you both hooked up with male or female?
Male.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you first or second?
Second.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
Yeah.
Well,
Greg,
that's probably
who's
how
yours?
it came up. That's how you would know.
Do you have a famous one, Greg?
No, nothing I can think of.
No,
I have people in my life.
That are commons, but
Yeah.
you're Eskimo brothers or whatever it is you're
Eskimo-
saying.
yeah, Eskimo brothers.
Eskimo
Yeah.
brothers. All right, so guess what? Shaq is talking about issues in the NBA and what's wrong with it. This is like the common thing now today. LeBron discussed it too. Said there sure are a lot of effing threes, he said. So here is what Shaq said about the NBA and the way the game is being played right now.
It's down because we're looking at the same thing. Everybody's running the same plays at the damn top of the key, dribble handoff. I was talking to a coach yesterday. He said they want to shoot 53s. And I was like, well, how much you want to make? We want to make about 10 or 15 of them. I was like, well, that's not going to help you win. But I think everybody's looking at the same thing. And Steph Curry and those guys messed it up. Like, I don't mind Golden State back in the day shooting threes, but every team's not a three-point shooter. So why everybody has the same strategy, I think it makes the game boring. I remember back in our day, the Lakers had the triangle. You know, every team, like, we had to have like an hour and a half shoot around to try to stop other team plays. Now it's everything. You switch everything. You got Victor Wembanyama guarding goddamn Donovan Mitchell at the top of the key. That ain't no good basketball. So I think viewership will continue to go down unless we switch things back up.
Yeah, you know it's interesting. Switching is a thing, right? Everybody's switching,
Yes.
and the Lakers switch on everything, right? I think it takes a lot of physicality out of the game because nobody's fighting through screens anymore, and that actually is the kind of movement I think that plays really well. It avoids the monotony when everybody switches. There's just a natural laziness, I think, that happens on defense.
It's just not a fun form of basketball, but it also is an environment where when you have a guy that doesn't switch, when you have a guy like Lou Dort, like that guy fights through screens or whatever, like that's when that really stands out. And I think I think the NBA just needs to get some authenticity back to the game now, right?
What does that mean?
So to me, authenticity feels like when I cover the playoffs, I love just the drama of the game to game. I love the adjustments that one coach will make from game to game, where the players
like you get in
are
a series.
Yeah, you get in a series, and I'm watching, like, remember last year Minnesota and Denver? That was a fascinating fascinating just strategy series. Like, oh, okay, Minnesota's really big and long, so how does Denver adjust to that? And then Denver made an adjustment, and then how does Minnesota adjust back? And
Is there an appetite for that, though?
I think a real basketball fan would watch.
Right, but we're talking about, like, some of the nuance I don't think people get or pay attention to or care about. What you're talking about. In a playoff series, game to game, I think people pay more attention to that.
People want action. I can't stress this enough. What Shaq was talking about is he's right. They're running the same play every time, and the basic blueprint is spread the floor, work the ball around until you force a double team, and then throw it to somebody at the 3-point line, and he jacks up a three.
Or you have a dribble handoff at the top of the key with your one guy like Donovan Mitchell or LeBron or whoever.
Who can draw a double team.
Yeah, can draw a double team or penetrate into the key and find somebody and kick it out. So like the Celtics, that guy is Jason Tatum. The Lakers, that guy is LeBron James. For the Nuggets, the Nuggets are interesting because sometimes it's Jamal Murray, but sometimes it's Nikola Jokic, right? But it's it's the James Harden system.
Yeah.
It's a whole lot of me. It's a whole lot of James
the
Harden,
good news
ISO, drive and
the good
kick.
news is Adam Silver is his nature is not to reject any new ideas. He'll say, "Well, that's interesting. Let me think about it." Whereas David Stern was kind of like rule with an iron fist.
Right.
Adam Silver is more, okay. He actually said it this week when he was at the NBA Cup. We're shooting too many threes. How can we fix that? And so now it's an argument over what adjustments you make. Like, Mace, you mentioned earlier, limited team to 23s.
Yes.
That's one way you could do
Cap
it. My
it, yeah.
idea is to eliminate the corner three. Put
Right.
the arc in. Maybe you do both. You just have to get past the traditionalists like Michael who don't want to make any changes.
Yeah.
But once you have a commissioner, and the NBA does, that will do that will look at this and say, okay, we're shooting too many threes. How can we fix it? Then a solution is nearby.
Yeah.
They just need to do it.
But when I say authenticity, when I listen to Shaq, why does he work so well on TV?
Honest, real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charles Barkley.
Are
why
you
does he
saying
work-
that today's NBA players
Yeah.
are not honest and real?
They're not as accessible, and they don't come across as real. And let's just say, who do you think in the NBA, when you watch them step to the podium, do you feel like you're getting a great, fun interview from almost every night, like a real, honest, great interview?
Maybe Anthony Edwards?
Edwards and Giannis. Those are my two.
Yeah.
I feel like Giannis, when he steps to the mic, it's going to be fun. It's going to be engaging. Like, he's interesting as a personality night in and night out. Anthony Edwards, same thing.
But isn't it just a fact? Some people just aren't that interesting. Not everybody is.
Momo,
as
I think
interesting.
Jaylen Brown's like that too. I think Jaylen Brown will tell you
can
what he
be.
thinks.
I think Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is interesting as well. I've sat in on a lot of Thunder press conferences. Right. He doesn't mix it up like Anthony Edwards, but he's starting to go there a little bit more. But that whole team is so buttoned up.
Yeah.
That you don't get a lot of the.
Well, and the other wild card is Draymond.
Yeah,
I mean,
Draymond. That's another one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
All right, coming up next for you. Michael missed out on a tremendous job.
Really?
Tremendous job for Michael Thompson.
I cannot believe they messed this up.
Yeah, we will get to that coming up next. Mason in Ireland. Momo's here. Jorge's in for Brian, who's getting married. Bergman's here producing Mason in Ireland. 710 ESPN.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays after Mason in Ireland.
I mean, come on.
By the way, I do believe Sammy Davis Jr. was a Simpsons character at one point.
Of course he was. Oh, really?
Wow. Sammy Davis Jr. appeared in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Simpsons episodes.
That's right, man. That's right, babe. Hey, Bart, you're great, babe, okay?
Sedano and Cap is next at 3 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Travis here to tell you again about Prize Picks, right? Prize Picks is so much fun. It takes what we already love, games, sports, right, and makes them even better because Prize Picks is the place to get real money sports action. So why not join over 10 million users and sign up today? Prize Picks always puts its members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money in as quick as 15 minutes. So make your holidays bigger and brighter. You can win up to 200 times your money on Prize Picks. Join now because this holiday season, Prize Picks is giving away 2 free picks in December, and they're giving away $30+ million in rewards during Pickmas. So download the app today, use the code 710, and you're going to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's $50 instantly after you place your first $5 lineup with the promo code 710 with Prize Picks. Run your game.
Hey, LA, let's talk trash. Food waste, that is. When you toss your food scraps in the regular trash, it sends them to landfills where they release harmful gases like methane. You can fight global warming by simply sorting your food scraps and placing them in your green bin. It's quick, it's easy, and it helps protect the planet. If you're ready to do your part, visit cleanla.com or call 888-CLEAN-LA for more tips. This message is funded by Cal Recycle.
The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event starts now at Cardinale Way Hyundai. Experience the chill of winter and the thrill of savings with 0% APR on a brand new 2025 Hyundai Tucson, 2024 Elantra, Sonata, Santa Fe, Ioniq 5 for up to 48 months, and 0 payments for 90 days. Plus, enjoy peace of mind driving with America's best warranty. Cardinale Way Hyundai just off the 91 freeway or online at CardinaleWayHyundai.com. Offer available to well-qualified buyers only, subject to HMF credit approval. Expires January 2nd, 2025.
Accident, For injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Hey guys, what's up? It's George Sedano. Waiting is never fun. Usually nothing good happens when you wait. My friend Jacob in the law offices of Jacob and Ronnie want to make sure you don't wait after an accident. Immediately after an accident, before talking to the insurance company, call Jacob, man. Jacob and his team will do all the work, make all the phone calls, handle the paperwork, set up the doctor's appointments, whatever the case may be. And when you speak to the insurance company first, it's a big mistake. Because you know why? They may later use your words against you. However, Jacob and his team, they'll guide you through the process, get you the compensation you deserve, and you don't have to pay Jacob unless he wins. Nothing out of pocket. Free. Gratis. So if you're injured in an accident, the first name, the first thought, the first call should be Jacob. Jacob, Jacob, Jacob. The consultation is free. That's right. Free. I told you. Gratis. Don't wait. Call Jacob 24 hours a day at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Call him 844-24-JACOB or visit him online at calljacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and there's extensive water damage. This is when it can feel as though your relationship with your insurance has become an abusive one. They don't agree that you need a replacement living arrangement, despite it being glaringly obvious. Then the insurance adjuster leaves you hanging. You feel abandoned with a home that is no longer livable, and you now have no other choice than to use the insurance contractor to make repairs, which includes their brazen attempt at lowballing the estimate. Okay, so here's what you do. You take a deep breath, then you call Avner Gatt. They're one of California's largest public adjusting firms, and trust me, size does matter in this case because Avner Gatt has experienced it all. Insurance companies can make you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope in getting your home back together. Avner Gatt knows exactly how to handle these situations. Not only do they have extensive knowledge on how to handle your dilemma, but they remain passionate about helping people. It's why Avner and his family continue to take the calls themselves at Avner Gatt Inc. They cover all of Southern California, and if I haven't convinced you with all of these truth bombs thus far, just check out what seems to be a never-ending stream of 5-star reviews on Yelp, Google, and the Better Business Bureau. So, whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256. That's 818-917-5256. And you can go online to avnergatt.com.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-777-1225. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-777-1225. That's 800-777-1225 for $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-777-1225. 800-777-1225.
Hi, this is Matthew Stafford of your Los Angeles Rams. This is Mason and Ireland on your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN.
Jingle bells, jingle bells.
I said I should smack you right now.
Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Why'd McVay say that to you?
It's because I brought up the fact that a couple of weeks ago they didn't score in the first half. And I said, now, Coach, this is only the second time in your career that you haven't scored in the first half of a game.
I said I should smack you right now.
Oh, because the other time was the Super Bowl.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Against New England.
I was here for that, and I asked him about Cardi.
Oh, that's right.
And I said,
Cardi.
I know why I believe in Joshua Cardi.
All right, he went 4 for 4 in this
Cardi
last
party,
game.
Man.
Cardi party. I get nervous at those Cardi parties.
Mace would run him out of town on the first bus.
Absolutely.
Did I turn you around on him?
He went 4 for 4 in the last game.
Know, so that
helps. That helps. So Michael Thompson is a native of the Bahamas, a beautiful island country just south of here. I think that's right. Isn't it just south of here?
It's just south of Florida.
South of Florida,
yeah.
okay. Yeah. So, and they've named a new ambassador. And they went with Herschel Walker.
What?
Who I feel like really understands and knows the Bahamas.
You're so right. This should have been Michael Thompson's
Michael Thompson's job was ambassador to the Bahamas.
I'm being serious about this.
I am too.
They missed an opportunity here. and this is nothing against Herschel, but Herschel has no experience being an ambassador and has no ties to the Bahamas whatsoever.
Right.
Yeah, but most people who get ambassador jobs, the way you get that is you do something politically that helps the person who's doing the appointing. So Herschel ran for Senate in Georgia a few years ago.
Yes.
And he was very pro-Trump, and he was a real ambassador for him.
Mhm.
And what in that state flipped, obviously, in this election. So this is a little payback.
Right. No, I get that. In other words, most of the ambassadors are people that either sucked up to you a lot or gave your campaign a lot of money.
Correct.
So Herschel falls into category A, sucked up to him a lot.
Yeah.
Now, I think Michael Thompson would have been perfect. He understands, like, do you guys know about the Junkanoo Festival?
No.
No, what's that?
It's a traditional Bahamian festival featuring music, dance, and elaborate costumes celebrated on Boxing Day, December 26th,
sounds
and
great.
on New Year's Day. Now, Michael will know all about the Junkanoo Festival. What is Herschel Walker know about Junkanoo?
Michael has a street named after him.
Yeah,
there.
exactly. So,
and he
anyways.
is, how can I say this without getting anyone in any trouble? He would find, he has a lot of common ground with Trump. I mean, it would have been easy for Trump to
He just
put
didn't
him
do
in
enough.
there.
He's got to set his mind to it.
Mace, he didn't do enough sucking up.
No,
Yeah.
you got to do more sucking
Well,
up.
and also, so the Hall of Fame came out for basketball, right?
Is this the full
nomination-
class or
These
just
are the
nominees?
nominations.
Don't they let most everybody in?
It's a big class. It's always a big class. Like there's a
Yeah,
lot
and they
of
normally
people.
cut it down to 5 or 6 by the time they're done.
Yeah, but I don't know. Is it good that you get nominated? At least that people put it
Sure.
out there.
It's
you
not
know?
bad.
Better than not being nominated.
Yeah. So there's a couple. I feel like the people who get it, some of them are obvious, right?
Yeah, do you have the list in front of you?
I can get it really fast.
I can get it right here. It is
Because there were a couple of lists.
Carmelo's on it.
Melo will be
Carmelo's
right
in for sure.
Yeah, right away.
Yeah. I think Dwight Howard will get in.
Dwight Howard in for sure.
Yeah.
4-time defensive player. of the
Sue
year.
Bird.
Sue Bird in for sure.
Maya Moore, she'll get in.
Yeah.
Maya Moore helped get people out of prison.
Sean Marion, you think Sean's in?
The Matrix.
Right on the bubble.
Yeah, right on the bubble.
I saw Billy Donovan on that list.
Two-time national champion back to back.
How about Doc Rivers? Doc Rivers on the list this year.
One title. Right on the edge. Right on the edge.
It looks like Dwight Howard is on the list. He's in.
Yeah, we talked about him.
Yeah.
Robert Ory's on the list this year. First time he was nominated. 7-time NBA champion.
He is the most interesting case on the board because he is a 7-time champ who hit so many big shots for all 3 of those. He had big shots in Houston, hit big shots for the Lakers, hit big shots for the Spurs. The issue with Robert is never an all-star.
Yep.
And never even the best. He was never better than the 3rd best player on his own team.
But almost all of those championship teams don't win without him making a clutch shot or two.
So
or have
I
a huge game.
would put Robert in, but it is lowering the bar a little if you start putting in people that were never an all-star even one time.
Well, you know what, though? He created great moments.
Yeah.
That are kind of indelible in the history of basketball.
I agree with you.
I think that's the best
I want him
case
in.
for him.
I want Robert Ory in.
I think he should be in, honestly.
But I don't think he's going to get in.
Maybe not the first year. But then, so there's a whole other wing. It's the coaching wing, and then there's a new media wing.
Oh,
right?
there's a media
There's
wing.
a media wing, and that they haven't put that out yet. But I think the coaching wing is really interesting because I think that's a bit political. Some of the coaches that get in, that's a who do you know and how you campaigning for. It's a little ambassadorship.
Right. Yeah,
You
there's some. I mean, some people on this list are not. Larry Nance is not going to get in. Rasheed Wallace.
I think I put Sheed in. Won a title in Detroit.
Yeah, I mean he
was all-star.
One title. I don't even know if he was ever the best player on his own team.
Who's the best player on that team?
On
Chauncey?
the Detroit
Yeah, I guess
team.
Chauncey.
Ben Wallace is in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, right. Chauncey's in.
Rip Hamilton's got a case for it. Chauncey's in. Tayshaun Prince was on that team. That was a team that was pretty deep. Sheed could get in. He led the league in techs like 5 years in a row.
Yes, he did. Indelible moments.
1 year. Yeah, talk about moments. 1 year, he led the league in technical fouls with 43, and the next closest guy had 14.
Huh.
Wow.
He did give us the great line, "I'm just here so I don't get fined." Him and Marshawn Lynch.
Another indelible moment. People remember, and now some of this stuff, like I am sure that the ball that Ory hit big shot. I'm sure
that should
those
be in the Hall of Fame.
basketballs, if they're not in there, they should be in there. right? I mean, because those are huge moments.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't. It seems like the Basketball Hall of Fame is pretty generous in allowing people in.
John, you could be in the Hall of Fame. You could be in the
Right,
Basketball Hall of
so
Fame.
could you, Momo.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could too. Ramona, you probably have a better chance than I do because you've done more national stuff than I have.
But they have
there
an award for local broadcasters.
They have people in there that you wouldn't think would be in. And that have gotten in recent years, so you would absolutely be in. You, I think.
I
I
don't
think
know that I've been doing it long. I
Stu
feel like
Stu Lance should be in.
Lance should absolutely be in.
Yeah,
definitely,
absolutely should
in the
be.
broadcasting wing, 100%. Like Ralph Lawler's in the Hall of Fame for broadcasting.
Right now,
Should
Momo,
be.
would you go in?
No, I don't think he is, Momo.
Isn't Ralph?
I don't think he is.
Oh wow,
Chick is. I don't think Ralph is. Look it up. I might be wrong.
I thought he was.
Momo, what would you go in as, media or contributor?
Oh, media. That's the only way I'd work. You'd be
Well, no, you're not a contributor. You're contributing to all that's writing what
just
you
media.
do, just media.
No, but like the media wing is interesting. Like Mark Stein is in. Mark
Right.
Spears.
Yeah.
Doris Burke. See, but I feel like
Jackie McMullen.
Jackie Mack. But to me, like those people are people I grew up. I don't think I'm there. Like I think
Yeah, you
Woj
may have
should
to
be
do it
in.
for another decade.
You got to do it for another decade. Which like Woj should be in. He should.
Woj should
that
absolutely
should be the
be
guy
in.
this year. Like he retired,
Yeah.
so this should be the year.
I agree with you.
Now, are you going to launch a campaign, Momo? Are you going?
I know
to...
this is a big gut check for me because you're the guys.
We
that I
could
need to
run
talk to.
commercials. Momo, Hall of Fame.
What do you think? It's not really my persona to campaign for things. I usually like to let those things
that's
happen.
you, but I can run your campaign.
Could you do it?
Oh yeah, I can run.
I'll
your
give
campaign.
you an ambassadorship.
Oh,
what do you
excellent.
want?
All right, going to do some What's Up Fool coming up next. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, you probably know they can take up to 11 weeks on average to hire for an open job. Why? What are you doing waiting 11 weeks? It's almost 2.5 months. If you need to hire somebody, use ZipRecruiter. Right now, you can use it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Ian Siegel, the guy who invented ZipRecruiter, puts it this way. We don't leave anything to chance. And he's right. ZipRecruiter uses a powerful matching technology to quickly find and send you the most qualified people for your roles. How quick? 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. So speed up your hiring process. Use that exclusive web address to try ZipRecruiter for free. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
It's the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Every weekday morning at 9 a.m.
What kind of high school student were you?
I majored in eligibility.
DeMarco. Amen.
And we're all in the same place.
Yep. Yeah. Look, moms and dads, if you have your children in your car, turn off the radio for 10 seconds. It don't matter, man. It doesn't matter at all.
It's Trav and D-Farr.
Back tomorrow morning after Greeny on LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
Hey, John Ireland here. Are you looking to sell your home quickly and easily without having to deal with repairs or the worry of buyers qualifying for new high-interest rate loans? Call Sellers Advantage. With thousands of satisfied customers, they're the go-to choice for homeowners looking to sell their homes fast. They'll buy your home for a competitive cash offer and can close in just days, not weeks or months. No repairs are needed because they buy homes as is. They have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Sellers Advantage is the fastest and most stress-free way to sell your home. If you're ready to sell your home, call Sellers Advantage. Get a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-2747 or sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Hey, it's Mace. You have never experienced anything like Cosm. This season, take your NBA experience to a new level. Catch all the NBA action in immersive shared reality with their massive 8K plus wraparound dome display. Go courtside this holiday season at Cosm Los Angeles. Use our exclusive discount code ESPNLA. Get 20% off any NBA event in December. Limited tickets still available for the NBA doubleheader on Christmas Day. Get your tickets now at Cosm.com. That's COSM.com.
Hey guys, it's Cappy. You've heard me talk about my personal situation with my divorce and subsequent custody battle in the past, and I know that you need a team behind you to get the justice you deserve. My friend Mark Reel and his team at Real Fathers Rights are here to help you guys. Visit realfathersrights.com/710. That's REEL. realfathersrights.com/710 or call 323-870-1611. That's 323-870-1611. Real Fathers Rights. The Father's Rights Attorneys.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
All right. So, all right.
Let's roll.
Let's go. All right. So The Athletic did a piece on Woody Johnson and the Jets. And one of the things that came out of it was that then last year there was a guy named Joe Douglas who was the GM in 2023 with the Jets. And this came out from that. Douglas told the Broncos that Johnson didn't want to make a trade for Jerry Jeudy because the owner felt...
Greg, I'm going to interrupt you.
Did you do this?
Only because we did this story.
Today?
Yeah.
Did I miss it?
Thank you for listening.
We did.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, good. Thank
It's
you
a
for
good story,
interrupting me.
though. Didn't do the trade because Jerry Jeudy didn't have enough.
Okay, well, fine.
Madden
All right.
rating.
I'm trying to help with the phones, too, at the same time, so I
That's
definitely
all right.
was...
Help with him. There's nothing on him.
I was going to say, can
Hey, you know
anyone
what?
call?
We have to... Yeah, I've
Wait,
been
let's-
on the phone.
Yeah, okay.
What was going to be your question out of that?
My question out of that, I think, was going to... I don't remember what it was going to
Okay.
be.
Yeah,
Let's just
okay,
move on.
good.
Try and help you
move
out.
No,
on.
I was in the middle of it. I don't know what it is
no,
anymore.
let's
Anyway, I saw this online. It was from a guy named Darren Pollock in the Travis and DeMarco show.
Yes.
Okay.
Did we talk about this one, Alabama? Okay,
no,
good.
no,
We're
you're
good.
good.
Right, good.
Fertile ground.
Just
Let's go.
want to make sure we're on the same page.
Yes.
He put up a GoFundMe site that says, help Alabama buy a good quarterback. Now, it's fake. This is all made up. But do you think that could work?
Yeah.
I do.
It's
I
not
think
the
it's-
dumbest idea in the world.
No, I do. Look, there is there are absolutely no guardrails. NIL is completely out of control.
Yes.
By the way, USC is being obliterated in the transfer portal right now. They got 15 out and 2 in. My God, Lincoln Riley, what are you doing? Cannot recruit a Southern California player. They're all leaving. But the NIL thing, sure, the money comes from where the money comes from.
I thought that the next frontier of NIL was going to be something like this, like maybe the sports. So when you tag somebody on an Instagram post, it goes to their name, and then you can just donate directly. You like that play? Donate to this cornerback. You like that
Yeah,
play?
I
Donate
don't
to
think
that
we're very
lineman.
far off from that. By
Yeah.
the way, I read something today that the transfer portal for next year opened on December 1st.
Yeah.
And it closes at the end of the month.
Yep.
So you've got, 11 days left. There are already 1,200 kids in the transfer portal. An average of 17 kids per team.
That's crazy.
It's the new law. Everybody's leaving. If you're not playing, you're leaving.
Boom.
I have to hit it. With no Brian here, I get really confused
I know.
about
I'll
pressing
keep
buttons.
What's there you go.
Yeah, I got you. Don't
Cool.
worry about it. Did you talk about Brian Callahan?
No, we did not talk about
You
Brian
did not
Callahan.
talk.
No,
Okay,
the head
okay,
coach of the
great.
Tennessee Titans.
Yes,
no,
the
we
head
did
coach
not.
of the Tennessee Titans was talking
I'm
yesterday.
really glad you're bringing this up.
Good. So he had a whole full-blown rant about being asked about the idea of his team being soft. And just stop it when...
Respond to that idea.
I mean, you really want to get me going today? Yeah, I think, to be honest with you, I think it's complete and total bullshit, if you want my honest opinion. These guys are tough, man. They go after it every day. They play hard as hell, and there's at no point have we ever put on tape at any point this season that this is a soft football team. Like I can't even wrap my mind around how that would even be a conversation. I mean, just because we don't win games doesn't mean we're soft. These guys play their ass off. They play hard. They play physical. You can ask any team that plays against us that when they come off the field, they know they played us. Yeah, that makes me relatively angry that would be some presumption. That means you just don't watch. You don't do anything about it, that you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're looking at. So I won't stand for. I'm not going to stand for anybody calling this football team soft. I think that's bull. So if there's opinions out there that feel that way, then they don't know anything about NFL football. So I'd like you to walk in there and call one of these guys soft and see what happens.
All right, there you have it. So that's Brian Callahan from the Tennessee Titans.
Can I go off a little bit on this guy?
Yeah, your rant.
Everybody is heralding him like that's the type of coach I want to play for. That guy's standing up for his guys. Hey, Brian, you're 3-11. You have the second worst record in the NFL. Your point differential is minus 125. That's the third worst point differential in the whole NFL. So if your team isn't soft, and go ahead and make that point, if you think you got a bunch of tough guys, then the problem is you, because they're 3-11. Bill Parcells said it best. You are what your record says you are.
But at the same time, being called soft, I think, is a different category. You suck is one thing. They're terrible, right? Which is what you're pointing out. But to say those individual players, and I think Brian Callahan made the right choice, go into the locker room and ask those players why they're soft, if you've got any nads.
The question I would ask is, why are you 3-11?
Right, no,
and the first person I would ask is Brian Callahan.
Right, but bad and I think bad and soft are two different things. I mean, seriously, I think that's in any sport. There are certainly teams and players that are soft, but I would defend. What would you do if you were him when he's asked? Okay, you're Brian Callahan.
Okay.
Coach, why are your players so soft?
I don't think it's a physicality issue. I think we're physical enough. The reason we're losing is me. I'm not calling the right plays. I may have stuck with Will Levis for too long. I may have made some personnel choices that I wish I could take back. But physicality isn't our problem. It's coaching and execution. And as long as I have this job, I'm going to stay up all night and all day to try and fix it.
So that's
we don't have
approach.
a physicality problem.
Yeah, that's the McVay thing. He did not, by the way, he didn't shirk responsibility. He just said, don't call my guy soft.
Right.
But, I mean, it's coming from a coach who's 3-11, it doesn't hold a lot of water.
Is he related, by the way, to Bill Callahan?
I think so. Let me look it up, but I think he is.
See, I think the right answer
Coaching is the most nepotistic business there is. It is unreal. Everybody is somebody's son or somebody's grandson,
uncle,
and the people
nephew.
bitch about
Yeah,
Bronny.
Bill Callahan is his father.
Oh.
There you go. I mean, he got no leg up, right, from his dad being a coach that went to the Super Bowl. Come on. Why do people complain about Bronny and don't complain about these coaches?
I mean, I think the answer on that, too. Do you remember when Mike D'Antoni was the Lakers coach, and he was asked about I don't think they would say it wasn't about them being soft. It was just about fans being upset with the team or not rooting for them or whatever it was. And he just said, "Well, if that's how they feel, they can find another team to root for."
Oh yeah, that's smart.
That was not the right answer.
That was a good one.
What's up, fool?
Almost got fired for that.
I was ready for that one. Hey, so did you talk about Farhan Zaidi?
No, we did not.
Okay,
I like that one. I like that.
Giants president of basketball, baseball operations.
Yeah, former. So Farhan Zaidi has been offered a job to rejoin the Dodgers.
Excellent.
But he's saying that he's grateful for the Dodgers' interest, but still figuring out the next move.
Okay.
Would it be smart for him to come be with the Dodgers for at least a year?
Not as smart as it would be for the Angels to hire him as the GM.
Boy, I'll tell you what.
They have a GM.
Do they?
Well,
Perry Manassian, you want to go back to him again?
No, but at the same, he's already but at the top, it's the top. It's not Perry Manassian.
Right. I think it's a little bit like Perry Manassian doesn't have full control, and I don't think, by the way, Farhan Zaidi would get full control from Artie Moreno. There's a good example of a meddling owner who makes it impossible for his team to win, no matter who his executives are.
So this is an interesting question because Farhan came to the Dodgers from the A's, right? That was where his background was.
Right.
And had a really good run in LA, learned it, worked really well with Andrew Friedman. I think they had a good synergy there. But when you've had your own shop and then you've been the number 2 or the number 3, whatever you want to call him,
right?
It's kind of hard to go back to that. To go back to how he's run his own business. He's run his own team a couple of times.
But it's interesting. The Dodgers are able to incorporate guys for a year while they're waiting to get another opportunity, whether it's Anthopoulos or these guys that sort of park themselves in the Dodgers organization, learn a bunch of the most current stuff, and then go out. I mean, Farhan Zaidi is going to run another baseball operation. But I don't think it hurts to be around the smart guys for a year.
I think you can be around him without even taking a job, though. Like, he's made enough
why not
money.
get paid for it?
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
That's
why
true.
not get paid?
Because you're still getting paid by the Giants.
Got one more? Are we done,
It's on the
Bergman?
beach.
We are finished.
All right, cool. Coming up next for you, Travis Hunter, great player, won the Heisman this week. It goes beyond just what he's doing on the field. Plus, the coach that went to extraordinary lengths to get his team better for next year. That's coming up next for you. Mason in Ireland. Momo is here. Ireland's in Sacramento. Brian's getting married. Jorge's here. Bergman's here. 710 ESPN.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Travis with DeMarco and Evan Cohen.
Only one all-star defensive team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
Don't you love the sounds of the holiday season? The bells, the sleighs. Woo-hoo! If so, your holiday's now even more magical because now during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event, you can take home your favorite Hyundai with some of the season's greatest savings.
Drive away now in one of our most popular models with 0% APR and 0 payments for 90 days. Only during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Offer ends January 2nd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Transform your home into a smart sanctuary with Mir Audio Video. For over 40 years, Mir's been the trusted experts in smart home technology as an authorized dealer for Crestron, Control4, Lutron. Don't settle for less. Choose the best with Mir Audio Video. Visit the showroom at 2040 Westwood Boulevard or give them a call, 310-234-4010. You can also check them out online at MirAudioVideo.com. Mir Audio Video, where your smart home dreams come true.
At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, we're a nationally recognized leader in pediatric care, honored by U.S. News & World Report as one of the best in the country. Here, we achieve amazing breakthroughs that change lives. From groundbreaking cancer therapies that offer new hope to young patients, to advanced heart procedures that save lives. We partner with families to conquer challenges and achieve extraordinary outcomes. Choose the best care for your child at chla.org.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
It is Mason in Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason in Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. And we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason in Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
I want to thank the last name is Gallegos.
Okay.
I don't know the first name, but they sent me a fantastic fruitcake because they know my love of fruitcake. So thank you very much. They're from San Dimas. I'm going to just say it's the Gallegos family. Thank you.
How heavy is that?
It is really like a brick, man.
I mean, I could lift weights.
Well, most
with that.
people use fruitcakes for doorstops,
Yeah,
so you're saying it's heavy enough to do that?
And I'll eat your doorstop. They are delicious.
Okay. Well, how do you know if it's really heavy? Is it can block the studio door, the one
really
behind
could.
Ramona?
It probably could. I wonder, this probably weighs 5 pounds.
There
it's
you
a
go.
small tin, and I think it weighs 5 pounds.
I picked it up and I was like, oh my, what is in this?
Exactly.
Is it all the nuts?
Momo, I don't know if you know this or not, but January 25th, 2025, do you know what happens?
125.25?
Yeah. every planet in the universe will be completely lined up.
This is the dawning
This
of
happens
the
like
age
once
of
every
Aquarius.
forever.
Is this? Yeah, this never happens.
Never happens, but every single planet in a line.
Whoa.
So does that mean things are going to go wrong, or does that mean things are going to go right?
Is it like an eclipse? Does it mean things are going to go dark?
No, it won't be. It just, if you look at the sky, all of the planets will be visible in the
What
sky,
time?
and they'll all be in a row. I don't have the exact time.
Okay, but that's awesome. I'm going to get into this.
Yeah. So what does it mean?
I think let me speak as an astrologer.
Oh,
Put
boy.
my woo hat on. You ready?
Woo us. Yeah.
Okay, ready? So
Okay.
I'm gonna just flex a little bit.
Okay. Good.
I should smack you right now.
Okay. Go ahead.
If you're into astrology, you believe that things are neither good nor bad.
Okay.
But it's how you use the energy that the planets give to us.
Mm-hmm.
So we could be going through a planetary realignment. But mostly what I think the power of all those planets being in alignment
I'm giving you 30 more
is
seconds.
to reveal what you need, you personally or us as the world need to see.
Mhm.
And how we use that energy is what's important.
All right, there you go. Moving on.
Super woo
Moving
right there.
on.
Did you like that? Did you feel it?
No.
I didn't understand
No,
one
I didn't
thing you just
understand
said.
anything you just
I
said.
just
I
tried to
felt
talk
like I
in
walked
riddles.
into the Aaron Rodgers documentary there for a minute. All right, so Ireland, I find this amazing. We were talking a little bit about NIL. I find this amazing. There's a podcast that covers Colorado sports. It's actually Deion Sanders Jr. was a guest on it.
Okay.
And I want you to hear about Travis Hunter and what else he's done besides play football.
You know, he receives no NIL from the collective. And you know, he's one of the biggest donors to the collective, meaning he's paying a lot of other people's NIL on his team. So he's actually paying a
all
lot
of
of
the
guys on the
endorsements
team.
he gets, he lives off his endorsements and then contributes his endorsements money back to the NIL to help them field the team.
He's paying at least 10 to 15 guys NILs on the team. And I was going to say that before on the show, but he's just an overall great person. To where he's losing money from his pocket. And he's one of the top donors.
Is that not amazing? Travis Hunter
crazy.
is one of the top donors to his own football program's NIL.
Very smart. That's why they had such a good season and almost made the playoffs.
Yeah. I mean, that's where NIL is at right now. I mean, here's another good NIL. So Florida State, remember last year they had a really good job, did a really good job. They had a great season.
Yeah, didn't make the last
Didn't
four.
make the Final Four, but they were really good. So Mike Norvell is the head coach at Florida State. And they had a terrible season this year. They went 13-1
they did.
last year. They went 2-10 this year. So he makes $10 million a year as the head coach at Florida State. He has restructured his contract and directed half of his salary to NIL. So he's going to make $5 million, and $5 million is going to go into the Florida State NIL collective. That's how crazy and out of control this has gotten. Basically, coach is saying, all right, take my money, put it in players. I mean, you could say that's smart, but, I mean,
How does
that
this
is
end?
crazy. I don't know where it goes. You got players paying NIL for other players. You got coaches giving back salary to get NIL. I mean, Ireland, it is, to say it's the Wild Wild West is almost an understatement.
Yeah.
And it's completely unregulated, which means there's probably a lot of stuff going on under the table that we don't even know about. Like, I read somewhere that, is it Henry Ellison who's dating a girl?
Larry Ellison.
Larry Ellison.
Yeah, the founder of Oracle.
Okay.
One's a billionaire, one I've never heard of.
Yeah.
No, it's Henry Samueli who owns the Ducks.
Yeah.
And then
That sounds right.
Larry Ellison owns, is it Google?
Oracle.
Yeah.
Oracle. Okay.
Yeah.
He was in that movie with the Theranos stuff.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he is dating a woman who went to Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
And he gave.
And by the way, he's 70-something and she's 30-something.
Yeah.
Just add some context.
Yeah.
So we'll see him front row at a Laker game.
Yes.
The interesting thing, though, is that out of nowhere, he gave $20 million to a quarterback that they really wanted to flip.
Bryce
This quarterback.
Underwood.
Yeah. Now, do you remember, Mace, where he was before they flipped him? Was it Oregon?
I thought he was between LSU and Michigan.
All right. Well, they've now flipped him to Michigan with $20 million, and it's just so now you can't even really take verbal commitments as anything. Like if we come on here and say USC just signed a really big quarterback, well, that is until they can get him into school, and in the meantime, all the sharks are going after him and offering him more money. So it's a whole new world out there.
You know, I feel like this reminds me of, do you remember when baseball in the first round of the draft was not regulated, when they didn't have the what you're supposed to get for each slot that you're drafted in?
Right.
And they just let it, like, the number one pick would often fall to, you know, second round or third round because, like, nope, you weren't, it was just whoever was going to pay whatever Scott Boras wanted.
Right.
And so the baseball finally just said, we got to regulate. We got to just we got to level the playing field, put everything in there. It's like, you know, number one pick gets this much, number two pick gets this much. It just has to be, same thing with the international draft. Every team has this much money for the international draft. But it doesn't work with the way that the judges have interpreted name, image, and likeness rules, because it's anything that restricts an athlete's ability to profit off their name, image, or likeness has been found to be against the law.
Right.
So putting a cap on it, putting any kind of artificial caps on those payments is illegal.
Illegal. One other nugget on that Michigan quarterback, who I assume must be fantastic if you're chucking that much money at him. The head coach there is Sharon Moore, is the head coach at Michigan.
Yeah.
And he interviewed 3 offensive coordinators and let Bryce Underwood pick which one he wanted to play for.
Wow.
Is that crazy?
That's like turning 18. Over. That's giving the keys to the
unbelievable.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts. I mean, I assume that kid is just going to blow everybody out of the water. He must be so good to be making all this money. By the way, on the USC front, a lot of guys have left the program. A bunch of guys now have left the program through the transfer portal. And
they just lost both of the Branch brothers.
And one thing that and by the way, that's a really good example.
Yeah.
Zachariah Branch was okay. Was not the explosive player they hoped. Didn't find a way to get the ball in his hands enough. And Zion Branch, pretty good. Not an elite safety, but and Lincoln Riley has been saying, but we're not losing. We're losing guys that we didn't really contribute, right?
Yeah.
He's lost his 4-star guys, his 5-star guys. The reality is you bet on those guys.
Yeah.
You evaluated that talent. Those guys are in your program because you believe in them. And if they don't fire, if they're not successful, if they're not as dynamic as you expect them to be, guess whose fault that is? You recruited them.
Well, in basketball, because so football is a whole other animal, but in basketball, all it takes is one guy. Do you know who the number one pick for 26 is going to be?
No.
It's this guy named A.J. DeBonsa.
Is that the guy going to BYU?
Yes. BYU. Do you know who paid all that money? Like from Ryan Smith, the owner of the Jazz. Like that's
right. He owns like 4 professional sports teams now.
How do you get the number one recruit in the country to BYU?
Well, you come with your checkbook.
Yeah, you pay him. All right, coming up next for you, who's getting into the Baseball Hall of Fame? I got the early voting.
Okay.
And you guys will all say, oh, that guy, no. This guy, yes. My gut says no. My gut says we'll do that coming up next. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, let's talk about Toyota and the Southern California Toyota dealers for years. Matter of fact, Toyota and the Lakers have been in business together for 50 years. And that's because year after year, Toyota delivers quality, reliability, and simply the best vehicles on the road. And right now, brand new inventory is waiting for you. Choose from an amazing selection of cars, trucks, crossovers, SUVs, and EVs. Great deals waiting for you right now. All you got to do is see your Southern California Toyota dealers or visit Toyota.com. Toyota, we make it easy.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the number one most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. Mace, there's more fun watching the NBA playing Sleeper Picks. Download the Sleeper app today. Pick more or less on at least 2 players' projected stats, points, rebounds, assists, and more. If you're right, you can win up to 100 times your cash. For a limited time, new users just have to play $5 and they get $55 in free entries. Download the Sleeper app. Use code 710. That's code 710.
Must be 18 years old. Promo code location and other restrictions apply. Minimum deposit $25. See terms of use for details. Please play responsibly. Call 1-800-426-2537 for help.
The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event starts now at Cardinale Way Hyundai. Experience the chill of winter and the thrill of savings with 0% APR on a brand new 2025 Hyundai Tucson, 2024 Elantra, Sonata, Santa Fe, Ioniq 5 for up to 48 months, and 0 payments for 90 days. Plus, enjoy peace of mind driving with America's best warranty. Cardin Alleyway Hyundai just off the 91 freeway or online at CardinAlleyWayHyundai.com.
Offer available to well-qualified buyers only. Subject to HMF credit approval. Expires January 2nd, 2025.
Hey, John Ireland here. If you've been thinking about selling your home, the real estate market is changing. Before you call an agent, call Seller's Advantage. Seller's Advantage is focused on the seller's needs and will make you a competitive cash offer and can close in days. No agents, no commissions. Getting your home ready to list can be expensive and complicated. You don't want a lot of people coming in and out of your house. Seller's Advantage makes the selling process easy so that the sellers walk away happy. They may even offer you a $10,000 advance to help with moving expenses. Get a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. That's 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-2747 or go to sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Hey, it's Mace. You have never experienced anything like Cosm. This season, take your NBA experience to a new level. Catch all the NBA action in immersive shared reality with their massive 8K plus wraparound dome display. Go courtside this holiday season at Cosm Los Angeles. Use our exclusive discount code ESPNLA. Get 20% off any NBA event in December. Limited tickets still available for the NBA doubleheader on Christmas Day. Get your tickets now at Cosm.com. That's COSM.com.
Lakers fans, this holiday season, take the Lakers everywhere you go with the Lakers app, presented by BBGO. In the Lakers app, get the latest team news, live updates, in-game highlights, photos, and more. Available in the App Store for free. Don't miss any of the action as the season continues. And always be game day ready. The Lakers app has you covered. Download now to your iPhone or Android, and let's go Lake Show.
Adam Schefter here with Vivid Seats. We've got some late-breaking news coming out of the stands. According to multiple sources, Vivid Seats fans are scoring rewards on every purchase and at a rapid pace. Obviously, these rewards are a game changer, and coupled with their MVP-worthy ticket selection, why get tickets anywhere else? Don't drop the ball this season. Shop with Vivid Seats and earn rewards on every ticket. And as the official ticketing partner of ESPN, Vivid Seats is offering you $20 off your first $200 ticket purchase with code Schefter. That's code Schefter.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hi, this is Matthew Stafford of your Los Angeles Rams. This is Mason and Ireland on your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN.
Joy to the world. It's the holiday season. I love the holidays. And you know what is especially cool about the holidays for me is I've got my mom who lives really close by, and I've got a brother who lives really close by, so we can still get together and have a holiday Christmas. And you're the same.
Yeah.
It used to be when Mom lived in Ohio, I would see her like every other Christmas, but now we get to see her every single year, which is fun. And Ireland, you and the lovely, you're taking Myrna, I assume, for Christmas?
She's actually going to be where I am up in San Francisco,
Nice.
so I'll see her on Christmas Day. She's going to the Laker game, and then I'm doing Christmas the next day in Manhattan Beach.
Oh, very nice.
I have
I
to
like
work.
that.
I've worked for the last 25 Christmases.
I'm working this Christmas too. I got to go to Phoenix.
What do you guys feel like? Do you think the NFL has totally bigfooted the NBA out of one of their premier days?
Yeah.
Well, but I don't think it's necessary. I don't think the NBA gets to complain because they didn't own Christmas.
Yeah.
No,
you
but
know?
it felt like very, very traditional. That's one thing I would always do on Christmas Day is I'd put on the NBA games, and there are always really cool matchups. Now I'm going to have on NFL games, and I'm going to watch those all day, except
Right,
for
but-
Lakers Golden State.
Yeah, but I mean, you can do both. You can flip back and forth. But the ratings winner that day will be the NFL. The NFL beats everybody.
Right.
I mean, they'll just put on a random 2 teams on a Thursday night, and it'll still beat every NBA game.
You know what Mike Tirico said, who I love, Sunday Night Football on NBC. He says he thinks all games from November on should be flexed. That you should be able to flex and put the very best games on Thursday, on Sunday, on Monday. And my only issue with that is fans that make plans to go to games and buy plane tickets and hotel rooms and I'm going to the game this day, or I work that day, I can't go. All that kind of stuff, it feels unfair to me.
I actually put this in the show for tomorrow, and we can dive in deeper because I've got some sound from John Mara, the owner of the Giants.
Yeah.
Mara agrees with you. He thinks that it is unconscionable to do what the Chargers did tonight.
Yeah.
Which is they had a game originally scheduled on a Sunday, and they moved it to a Thursday. And then the Athletic went out and found several people that made plans for this because it was around the holidays, made plans to come in for this game. And so, Mace, this is a better question for you because you're a season ticket holder than it is for me or Momo. I kind of agree with Tirico. I think that TV is what makes the NFL go round. That's why they make the money they make. That's what we all enjoy. I like them flexing games. But I'm not a season ticket holder. How do you feel about them taking, like, let's say you were a Chargers season ticket holder. You made plans for this Sunday. They moved your game to 3 days earlier. What do you think?
Well, you know, if I'm in town and it works, I guess it's okay. But if I was going to fly in for the game, if I'm, by the way, particularly if I'm a Broncos fan, this is a huge game for them. If I had plans to fly in for Sunday and see the Chargers,
and I think some people did because it's so close to Christmas,
right? And so now you move that, and people have got travel arrangements and all that stuff. So on one hand, I say, it's obviously a television thing.
Yeah.
If I'm at home watching games, I just want the best ones. But the people who invest on a weekly basis in an NFL team and make plans around a team schedule should probably be able to expect that those games are going to be played when they're scheduled.
In your scenario, you're more the Chargers should not be concerned about Broncos fans flying into their game.
What do you mean should not be?
Oh,
you mean because they were
the
planning
Chargers
on
should
coming
only care
Sunday?
about their own fans,
Right?
But it's Ramona. The Chargers didn't have anything to do with flexing the game.
Yeah.
The league flexes
How
the
much
game.
notice did they give?
You 1 month. They did this on
That's not too
November
much notice.
22nd.
Right.
Yeah,
is when
that's
they
not
announced
great.
this.
I don't think you can flex everything, like Tirico suggested.
Yeah, I don't either.
I think that's just mayhem. But I think it's better for the Chargers that they're playing on a Thursday night. It may not be better for their fans, but it's better for the awareness of the team, and it's a high-profile game, and you want it in a good spot, and it's prime time and all that stuff. So it's good for the franchise, but it may not be good for the fans of the franchise.
Well, I will put it this way, too, and Mace, you're in this boat. Season tickets, people that spend money to go to games, and Mace, I know this is hard for you to swallow because you spend so much money on those seats, but it's less than 5% of the revenue that the league brings in.
Oh, sure.
It's not a big deal financially. If the league can put on, I don't know what the original Thursday night game was that they flexed this game into, but I think
Bengals-Browns. So
yeah, see, nobody gives a nobody. Two teams with losing records. Everybody's going to watch this game tonight. This is going to be I mean, I won't because I'm working the Laker game, but I mean, most fans are going to watch
Bengals Browns. I would watch that. I like Joe Burrow.
I do like Joe Burrow.
I like watching the Browns.
Joe Cool is cool,
Yeah.
but this game means something. That game doesn't mean anything.
To the people I was going to say San
If the
Diego. I was totally going to say San Diego. No.
Winner of tonight's game probably is a playoff team.
Yeah.
If the Chargers lose tonight, are they probably out?
I think they're on the ropes.
So
they're 8-6, right?
If I think the Bengals and the Titans, there's a few teams that are 6 and 8. So if they lose tonight, they're still ahead by one game. So they have to basically lose out to miss the playoffs.
So wait a minute. So the Chargers, you're saying, need to lose out to miss the playoffs?
No, Greg, what you're saying is they could lose tonight and still make it.
And still make the playoffs, yes.
Yeah.
They're 2 games up.
Denver, I would imagine. Denver is the same record. Are they 8-6?
They're higher.
Or are they 9-5?
No.
I think they're 9-5, and I think Denver's going to win tonight.
I do too.
Denver is 9-5. The Chargers are 8-6.
Yeah, 10 wins. I think Denver wins and they're in. 10 wins is enough. 10 wins is enough.
You know, this is an interesting stat. Denver has 6 double-digit wins this year, like winning by more than 10 points.
Right.
And the next closest team has 3.
Wow.
Denver's better than people think.
Well, I'll tell you,
because
their defense
they started so bad.
Their defense, and weirdly, Vance Joseph was once their head coach, I think, right?
Oh, yeah.
And now he's their defensive coordinator.
Huh.
And their defense is terrific. And Sean Payton is clearly took him 1 year to turn that into a team. I mean, Sean Payton, for all the talk about where is he going to go and who's going to get him and what are you willing to pay, he was worth every penny.
What's interesting is he, initially it seemed like it was him and Russell Wilson, and they didn't work together, but they've sort of worked apart.
Yeah, and when that happens.
Yeah.
I mean, that when Randy Moss played for the Raiders briefly, and he was terrible.
Just didn't
and
work.
then he went to New England and became like a Hall of Famer. It happens a lot. But, by the way, Ramona, if I said to you, your quarterback is an excellent game manager.
Yeah.
Is that a compliment or an insult?
That's an insult.
I agree. Insult.
Okay. So, did you put this in, Jorge, the Joe Theismann thing?
See.
So, Joe Theismann was on Levitard's show, and somebody brought that up with him. And he said something that made me think twice about when you say someone is a game manager. Because I'm like you guys. I always thought that was an insult.
That's a slam.
Listen to what Theismann says.
And people would say, oh, this guy's just a manager. That's not an insult, guys. That's a compliment because it means that you don't start changing plays when there's 30 seconds on the clock. You don't start throwing the ball into when you have a chance to score, throwing it in places where you're not going to get a chance to put points on the board. You're sliding to protect yourself. You're getting out of bounds. That's a manager. And so if somebody called me a manager of a game, hey, I'm thrilled because that's my job. If you look definition of a quarterback, manage the game, that's your definition.
And the reason I played that is because when you hear Sean Payton talk about Bo Nix, he compliments him all the time for managing the game. And because he doesn't let Bo Nix do a lot. He doesn't throw a lot of crazy plays or bombs or anything. Bo Nix kind of stays in the fairway, but it works. So it has me rethinking when, like, Brock Purdy is a game manager.
Correct. He is a game manager.
Yeah.
Now, I think
I would argue C.J. Stroud is a game manager.
I think C.J. Stroud's better than a game manager. He's
but
better.
But I'm not. I'm saying game manager isn't an insult. I'm agreeing with Theismann. I'm saying that he makes smart plays rather than stupid plays.
My thought is game managers do make smart plays, but they don't win you games. Their job is to really manage. You're not expecting anything spectacular. Guys, you want a quarterback who can literally win you a game. And if you're just a game manager, you're not screwing up, but you're not necessarily winning the games yourself.
You're not taking chances.
Correct.
I feel like game manager is another way of saying system quarterback.
Maybe. But sometimes the system quarterback wins. Like Purdy went to the Super Bowl last year.
He couldn't win for him.
Right. And so as you look around the league, like does Jalen Hurts take chances?
Yeah.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't throw a lot of interceptions.
He runs. He'll run the RPO and take the ball himself. Yeah, I think he takes chances.
Which quarterbacks in the NFL actually win you games that are not game managed? I think there's like 4 or 5.
Lamar Jackson is the best example. Yeah, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson.
I mean,
Matthew Stafford takes a lot of chances.
I mean, honestly, Jared Goff is that guy this year.
Is he?
Yes.
I think Jared Goff's a game manager.
I would have said Mahomes,
a really good one.
Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. Those guys win you. Joe Burrow, I think, can win you a game. It's like they're good no matter.
And yet he's not.
Yeah. Well, he's all the games they won were because of him.
Well, but Joe Burrow
have much around him.
Joe Burrow has a chance to be the first player in 30 years to be to lead the NFL in passing yards and touchdown passes and not have a winning record.
Wow.
Right.
Like normally if you lead the league in those two things, you're in the MVP conversation. But Burrow's not because their team stinks.
By the way, Goff is second in the league in passing yards, fourth in touchdowns, second in passer rating. He is better than a game manager. He's thrown 30
Mace,
touchdowns
what is
versus 10 picks.
Right, but I would argue that one of the things he does, I think he had a streak of almost 300 passes without throwing an interception.
Sure. Right.
So I think he makes Theismann's point. What Jared Goff does is he keeps the train on the track. He doesn't do stupid plays. He doesn't throw dumb interceptions. He spreads the ball around. He throws it to who's ever open. But Jared Goff's not taking chances. And you said it, Mace. He's piling up huge numbers because he's managing the game.
Right. I still view game manager as a slam.
Yeah, I think when the Rams traded Jared Goff, that was their knock on him.
Yeah.
Was that he manages the game fine, but he's not going to win you a Super Bowl.
And now he's winning you games.
Let's see if he can win a Super Bowl like Stafford did.
Unlikely now to win a Super Bowl because of all the injuries. There's so many injuries with the Lions, unfortunately. If I just say who's going to win the Super Bowl, what do you say, John? What's your instant answer?
Buffalo.
What's yours, Momo?
I'm just going to say the Chiefs.
Chiefs. What's yours, Bergman?
It's the Chiefs until Mahomes loses.
Yeah. Jorge, what about you? Instant reaction. Who's going to win the Super Bowl?
The Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Yeah, repeat.
Morales. Who wins? Oh, thank you. Thank you. The one finger salute.
Good afternoon, as he says.
Nothing says the holidays like Chris Morales. By the way, my answer would be Philly.
Really?
Yeah.
That's okay. They've won 10 games in a row.
Yeah, Philly is really good. I saw him dismantle the Rams at SoFi.
And then you saw the Rams beat Buffalo. So
correct. Yeah, they can win or lose any which way.
I don't have any confidence in their coach.
In the Philly coach, Nick Sirianni.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. He seems to have worked it out.
We'll see.
All right. Coming up next, I mentioned the Baseball Hall of Fame. I actually have the updated voting on Baseball Hall of Fame, which is coming out in January. And, there's that leak, that guy who keeps all the votes and makes them public. We'll do that coming up next. In the meantime, you've heard Jacob's jingle for years.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
You should never forget those 8 words, because if you're involved in an auto accident or an Uber, Lyft accident, an accident at the market or at the store, whatever it happens to be, if you're injured, you need to call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob. Jacob and his team are going to get you to a doctor, make sure you get a rental car, all without paying a penny, and they will handle the phone calls, make sure you get the settlement that you deserve. Let Jacob and his team remove all the stress of having to deal with the insurance company. He'll do it for you. Remember, when you want an attorney, you want one who is respected, call Jacob. He's the real deal. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember,
accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
CallJacob.com. Don't forget Jacob, a proud legal partner of the Rams, the Lakers, and LAFC. You can follow him on Instagram. Go to @call.jacob for great advice and prizes and more. And when you call him, make sure you tell him Mason and Shadano from 710 ESPN sent you. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
It's the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Every weekday morning at 9 a.m.
What kind of high school student were you?
I majored in eligibility.
DeMarco.
And we're all in the same place.
Yeah. Look, moms and dads, if you have your children in your car, turn off the radio for 10 seconds. It don't matter, man. It doesn't matter at all.
It's Trav and D-Far.
Back tomorrow morning after Greeny on LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
Insurance claim. Those 2 words used to instantly manifest a pit in my stomach. In fact, I get flashbacks of being lowballed and made to feel like a criminal. And of course, just being ignored. No insurance company is in a rush to fairly compensate clients, even though they unabashedly take our money every year. All of that's behind me now, and I'm never going back thanks to Avner Gatt. Dealing with insurance companies is all they do. Avner Gatt has one of the largest teams of professional licensed public insurance adjusters in California, and many of these people used to work for insurance companies. The team at Avner Gatt knows exactly how to handle your claim. You also have some Avner Gatt adjusters with experience in handling hazardous materials, where asbestos and lead testing was their profession. Some of them used to work at law firms handling bad faith claims. Trust me, they know how to deal with any insurance claim dispute. Avner Gat covers all of Southern California with a real passion for helping people, which becomes all the more obvious when you realize Avner and his family are still the ones answering the phones. So whatever unfortunate occurrence led you to the insurance claim and subsequent abusive relationship, being lowballed, ignored, judged, know that Avner has your back. And if somehow I still haven't convinced you, just check out what seems to be a never-ending stream of 5-star reviews on Yelp, Google, and the Better Business Bureau. Call today. 818-917-5256. That's 818-917-5256 and online at avnergat.com.
One 877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
Hurry! It's your last chance to donate for 2024.
Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problem. Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS or go online at carsforkids.org to donate today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Paid for by Cars for Kids.
Hey, LA, let's talk trash. Food waste, that is. Tossing your food scraps in the regular trash sends them to landfills where they release harmful gases like methane. Fight global warming by simply sorting your food scraps and placing them in your green bin. It's quick, it's easy, it helps protect our planet. Ready to do your part? Visit cleanla.com or call 888-CLEAN-LA for more tips. This message funded by Cal Recycle.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-777-1225. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-777-1225. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-777-1225. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-777-1225. 800-777-1225 or biglou.com.
Hi, this is Matthew Stafford of your Los Angeles Rams. This is Mason and Ireland on your home of Rams football, 710 ESPN.
3.5 hours. That is the length of a movie that is going to be at the Oscars this year.
What?
Called The Brutalist. 3.5 hours.
Jeez.
That's a good question. I don't know a lot about this. I try not to know a lot about movies before I go see them, and I will subject myself to this. It is Adrian Brody is the star of this show.
That
Star of this movie.
Yeah, it feels like his.
It involves somehow the Holocaust and an architect. And it's 3.5 hours. It comes with a built-in intermission. So you get to about halfway through the movie, and it'll say intermission on the screen, and you get a 10-minute break, and then you go back.
The original Godfather was presented like that.
Did it have an intermission?
Yeah.
I didn't realize
people
that.
would go out and come back in.
Well, Godfather is a lengthy movie. I mean, it's worth every moment, but it's a lengthy movie. The best part about Christmas is it's on AMC on a loop. For whatever reason, AMC runs all the Godfathers over and over again the entire weekend. I always wind up on the Godfather.
The original Godfather ran 2 hours and 55 minutes.
So the Adrian
Part
Brody
2
movie. Okay, go ahead.
Ran 3 hours and 22 minutes.
Yeah, and we don't complain because they were great.
Yeah.
What's the longest movie ever?
It's a good question.
Let's ask ChatGPT.
What is the longest movie ever? Let's see.
The Irishman was 3 hours and 29.
Yeah, The Irishman was a long-ass movie.
Okay.
And by the way, I go to the theater and I'll see it. The longest film ever made is called Logistics. It came out in 2012.
Okay.
The film's runtime is 51,420 minutes.
What?
It's the equivalent to 857 hours or 35 days and 17 hours.
Probably took a little time to make that one.
What's next on the list? Ask ChatGPT. What's next?
The context: many feature films have runtimes exceeding 3 hours. The Irishman, Avengers: Endgame, Dances with Wolves.
Oh, yeah.
Those are some longest, but the longest one lasted 35 days. I hope
Who
that came
greenlit
with
that
an
movie?
intermission. Remember that that GoP app that somebody invented, John?
What?
It was Carson Palmer and his
Carson
brother.
Palmer
Run P.
Run P, which tells you
You see,
where.
Carson Palmer's coming back to be a high school football coach.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that. No, Run P was an app they had that you could go to, and it would tell you at what point in the movie
Perfect.
you could go to the bathroom without missing anything.
That's a great.
You would really need that for the 35-day, 17-hour movie.
I mean, I just want to know, like, who pitched that?
Yeah, no, you're right. I wonder if they're looking at a limited series for Hulu like you did. All right, so who's getting into the Baseball Hall of Fame?
Okay.
So there's a guy who collects public votes and puts them together. So I've got percentages based on the number of votes he's got. So I'm going to give you a name. You tell me if you think he should be in the Hall of Fame. These are some of the nominees. Bobby Abreu.
No.
I'm going to say no.
No.
He might. He's got a lot of hits.
12.9% votes. 12.9% of
And
the
he's
votes.
never
You need
in any
75 to
scandals.
get in?
Need 75, yeah.
Can you tell the story of baseball without him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, most people don't even remember.
He was a really good player. I
He
wrote
was
about him
a
when
very good player.
He was on the Angels for a little bit.
This is a good one. Carlos Beltran.
Oh, that's a good one.
He's got some weird
How
stuff
is he?
Tainted at the end by the Astros cheating
Oh, I
scandal,
forgot
so
about that. Yeah, the
so
Astros
I say
thing.
that'll keep him out. But he's going to be over 50%. I think.
He is at 67%.
Close,
so he's
yeah.
in the ballpark.
Yeah.
Andrew Jones.
Oh, I like him. Yeah. That's a yes for me.
I think he might get in. I think that might be the first one you've mentioned that has more than 75.
Andrew Jones is at 61%.
Yeah, I don't see him getting in. He's also in his, second or third year? So if you don't get in your first year, you shouldn't get in.
You climb.
People climb.
You climb.
If you look at yourself and you say, no, that's not a Hall of Famer, the first year, then you shouldn't be on the ballot any longer.
His problem is that I think you should have to get more than like 40% your first year to stay on the ballot. But
Is that what you think?
yeah, I mean, I think a lot of voters, it's like an honor to be selected in your first year.
Right.
And so a lot of voters won't vote for a guy until he's been on the ballot for a couple of years because they don't want to give him that honor as a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Right.
But Andrew Jones, his problem is that he played on that Braves team with Chipper Jones, who gets all the credit, and some of those pitchers like Schmaltz and Maddox and all those but he was really good. He was the best defensive outfielder in the game,
especially on defense.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Yeah,
he's like age 20.
He's on the bubble. Bergman, would you put him in? Andrew Jones?
I would not.
Okay. Bergman doesn't put anybody in.
No, I put because it's the Hall of Fame. You should put the people that are the best of the best in the Hall of Fame. We shouldn't just put everybody in.
Manny Ramirez.
Ooh.
Yes,
Won't
he has a
get
lot.
in because of his PED thing, but again, I would say he's hovering around the 50% mark.
35%. So
he
he's
was
not
the
going
best
to make
hitter in
it.
the game for a while.
I would absolutely put him in despite the fact of the PEDs. He was
Really?
fantastic.
He was fantastic.
Because he was a top 5 player in the league consistently for 5 to 10 years. He absolutely deserves to be.
And the Red Sox don't win that epic World Series without him.
No, any of their World Series without him. Absolutely.
Yeah, so you say yes on him.
Yep, 100%.
I say no because of the PEDs.
Yeah,
How about Alex Rodriguez, A-Rod?
This is a hard one because same thing. PEDs are going to keep him out.
I'd still vote for him.
But he has 700 home runs.
Wow.
He'd be the second to Pete Rose. He'd be the biggest oversight to leave out. I would put A-Rod in.
Yeah, I will not because of the PEDs.
I mean, the PD guys are going to get in eventually.
Well, maybe as a veteran, but I don't have to give my vote.
Sure.
I can choose to not vote for them.
Right, but there are a lot of guys who've already gotten in that were in the Mitchell report.
He's at 38%, by the way.
Yeah, he won't get in.
He will not make it. How about this one? C.C. Sabathia.
Ooh, interesting.
No, I'm not.
He won with the Yankees.
Close.
How many did he win? Games.
He was the best pitcher in baseball when he pitched for the Indians. He's pretty close for me. He's a coin flip for me.
He is at 93%.
Oh, so he's in.
He's in.
Wow.
Yeah.
If based on this public voting, he's in. It's like
how much
wins.
percentage is in on those votes?
75 is in.
75 gets you in.
And I mean, like how many percentage of votes has he gotten? This Ryan Thibodeau.
How many
votes
usually
does
like
he have?
It's 2% of the voting.
8%.
Yeah,
8%.
so there's still a lot.
There's still a lot, but it's always worked in the past.
It's like polling in a presidential election. You poll a certain area, and it normally holds true for the bigger number.
Billy Wagner.
Oh, closer. Closers are hard to get in, but he has like one of the top 5 saves ever in terms of numbers.
87%.
Yeah, not for me.
He's weighted.
Yeah, what is he? He's like 5th in saves.
I don't know the precise number.
How many World Series did he win?
0.
Yeah.
What was he 0?
He was with the Mets for a long time.
He was with the Astros too, I think.
Yeah.
Ichiro.
Oh, 100%.
Easy.
In.
Immediate.
I'm close to 100, I would think.
He should get 100.
He is at 100%.
Yeah.
Ichiro is just a magnificent career. Amazing player. All right, whose game is it today? It is Momo's game.
These are always fun.
I don't know. This one, let's see. I got into a ChatGPT.
It's an adventure.
I just will try to make them not suck next time.
All right.
Yeah.
She told me the game is
just okay.
No.
I don't know. I spiced it up a little. I mean, I let ChatGPT help me as my base.
So it's a spicy
game.
But
then it's,
all right.
It's about as exciting as John's next 4 days.
Oh, real? Well, that's
spicy.
All right, we will do Game of Games coming up next. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
710 ESPN, the destination for LA sports this fall.
Here comes LeBron and slam dunk right in Paul George's face and a foul.
Lakers basketball.
Got it back. Another 3. Good. What a night for Austin Reeves.
Rams football.
Cup of the 6. Cup to the pylon. Touchdown, Cooper Cup. Touchdown, LA.
The USC Trojans.
Hands off the marks. Up the middle. Into the end zone. Touchdown. They're going wild in half of this stadium as the Trojans are going to pull off the upset. How do you do?
LAFC.
Oh, flip for LA Football Club. Did he?
The LA Kings and Angels baseball.
The all-new ESPN LA app, your destination for LA sports.
Hey, it's Mace. You have never experienced anything like Cosm. This season, take your NBA experience to a new level. Catch all the NBA action in immersive shared reality with their massive 8K plus wraparound dome display. Go courtside this holiday season at Cosm Los Angeles. Use our exclusive discount code ESPNLA. Get 20% off any NBA event in December. Limited tickets still available for the NBA doubleheader on Christmas Day. Get your tickets now at Cosm.com. That's COSM.com.
Hey guys, it's Cap, and if you're looking to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage. They'll make you a great cash offer with no need for repairs. They buy it as is. With Seller's Advantage, there are no agents. They can close within days, and they buy with cash. They'll even offer a $10,000 advance to help with moving costs and other expenses. Check out their reviews online and call for a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, and visit sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Time out. Your body goals don't have an off season. GNC is ready to help you get a stronger start on the new year with help building more muscle and proven weight loss support. Need a boost? We're ready with GNC vitamins for your longest winter days. Want the best energy drinks? They're at GNC. Never tried creatine before? Get ready to be amazed. GNC coaches are ready to help you in stores everywhere, and you can shop our full collection of flavors and online exclusives at GNC.com. GNC, live well.
Lowe's knows that to win the job, pros need the best prices. That's why only at Lowe's, MVP's Pro Rewards members can get a volume discount on eligible orders as low as $1,500 at the Pro Desk. That means you get the prices you need to start any job, small or large. Because Lowe's knows pros. Valid in-store only. More terms and restrictions apply. Visit Lowe's.com/terms or Pro Desk for details.
710 ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the number one sports radio show in L.A., Mason and Ireland. Game of Games. Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time. It is Momo's game today. Ireland remotely from Sacramento, where the Lakers are going to take on the Kings a little bit later on. Bergman's here. Jorge's in for Brian, who's getting married. Momo, what do we got for a game?
Okay, so in honor of John spending, like, his entire weekend in Sacramento, and then you play the Kings again next week. Like, there's like 3 of the next 5 games are against the Kings.
Well, these 2, and then we get them later.
Yeah, you get them again like next week or something. Anyway, I'm doing Sacramento-themed questions, okay? Because you're there, you should know where you are and things about the place.
Exactly.
Maybe it'll help you enjoy
Sacramento
your time.
trivia.
Yeah, but I made it better.
Okay, good.
Okay, so I'm gonna, because I'm a writer, I feel weird using ChatGPT, so I'm going to disclose that I use that to start as a base. But this is Momo GPT. Okay, so I wrote over the top of the GPT.
Momo GPT.
I don't know what GPT stands for, but I want to, it's a co-byline. Okay?
Yes.
All right. The Maloof brothers owned the Sacramento Kings during the height of the Lakers-Kings rivalry. Which casino in Las Vegas did the Maloofs own? First question is to Mason. Is it A, the Rio, B, the Palms, or C, the Excalibur?
I'll say the Palms.
Okay, John?
Palms.
Bergman?
Palms.
And
the Palms.
Yeah, it is.
It is the Palms.
We all knew the
You
Maloofs.
all knew that?
We knew the Maloofs back in the day.
I thought it was the Rio.
They let me stay in one of those suites
okay.
near the basketball
Well, you're
court.
all on the board.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Be happy about
Yeah.
it. Okay.
Who's keeping track, John?
Yeah, I can do it.
Okay, John's got it. Sacramento became California's state capital in which year? 1849, 1854, or 1861? That is to Ireland.
Okay, give me the choices again.
1849, 1854, or 1861?
When in doubt, guess B.
Okay.
54.
Okay, go ahead, Greg.
I'm going with B, 54.
All right. Briones?
49.
Okay.
I think it is 54.
It is 54.
Yeah.
That's very
Google
exciting
it,
trivia there.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
By the way, when in doubt, pick B is the exact right answer, Ireland. I use that all the time.
That's what I did too.
Do I.
Okay. Which of these famous actors is not from Sacramento?
Okay.
Not from Sacramento.
Not from there.
So this is Momo GPT because I had to make this a better question. Is it A, Keanu Reeves, B, Katherine Heigl, or C, Julia Roberts? This one is around to Bergman.
So is Heigl,
Not from Sacramento.
Heigl,
Keanu, or Julia Roberts?
Heigl's the weirdest one out of all those, so I'll go Heigl.
Okay.
Roberts.
Briones? Okay. Mace?
Roberts.
And Ireland.
I think we know if Julia Roberts is from I'll go Roberts.
It's Julia Roberts.
Yeah, she's from Atlanta or Georgia.
Something like that.
She's
but
from
she could
Georgia.
be from
yeah.
Sacramento.
So
Right, so
Keanu's from Sacramento?
Yeah.
Weird.
Who got Mace? You got that
I'm
right.
sure you would have known that.
Who else?
Who else
Greg,
got it?
I got it.
Jorge.
I said
Yeah.
Heigl. So.
The only one who got it wrong was Greg.
So Mason and Ireland have 3, and Jorge and Greg have 2.
Okay.
Nice.
Which of the following is not one of the names of the arena formerly known as Arco Arena? Okay? So it had a lot of names in its
Yes,
heyday.
it
Now they
did.
play at the Golden One Center. But was it not known as this? Okay? The Power Balance Pavilion, Sleep Train Arena, or the Jamba Juice Center? This one is to Briones.
The power balance.
Okay.
It was not. Yeah.
Okay? Mace?
I'll go Jamba Juice Center.
Okay? And Ireland?
I'm with Mace. Jamba Juice.
And Greg?
Because John goes there all the time, I'll say John.
It's Jamba Juice Center.
Believe
it really
it or
was
not,
the Power
it
Balance
was the
Pavilion
Power
and the
Balance
Sleep Train
Pavilion.
Arena.
And by the way, Jamba Juice Arena was in New Orleans.
I
Oh,
thought
there was
that's
one?
why I threw that in
Oh,
there.
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think Ireland and Mason are 4 for 4.
You guys are
Yeah,
doing good.
and then Greg has 3 and Jorge has 2.
Okay. Vlade Divac had a storied career as a player for the Kings, but wasn't as successful as their general manager. His most notable draft mistake was passing on Luka Doncic in 2018. He also passed on this current Kings player in 2016 in order to draft Georgios Papagiannis. Okay, so this is a player that they passed on.
Okay.
But is now on the team.
Now on the team. Okay.
Now on the team.
Yep.
Found his way back.
Got it.
This is either Malik Monk, De'Aaron Fox, or Domantas Sabonis. This one is to Mason.
Sabonis.
Okay, Ireland.
So, if I say Sabonis, that means they passed.
That
on
means they
Sabonis.
passed on him.
And then he wound up with the team anyway.
Yeah.
That sounds right to me.
Yeah.
I'll go
okay.
Sabonis.
So who was the second one?
De'Aaron Fox or Malik Monk.
No, that was later. I'm gonna go. Yeah, Sabonis.
Out with the crowd. Yeah.
Okay, it's Sabonis. Yeah.
Yeah, because he went to OKC and then came
No,
back.
he went to.
Didn't he go to OKC?
Yeah,
Sabonis in
he got-
Indiana.
he went from
He was OKC, then he got traded to
Indiana.
Indiana,
Yeah.
then he got traded to the Kings.
Right. So he
For
wound up
Halliburton.
back there at the end.
Yeah. Those are bad mistakes. Georgios Papagiannis.
Yeah. I haven't heard from him lately.
Okay. Which player on the Sacramento Kings had the highest scoring average during the 2002 Western Conference Finals? Okay.
Okay.
That's when they played the Lakers.
Yep.
Chris Webber, Mike Bibby, or Peja Stojakovic?
Mm.
This one is to Ireland.
I seem to remember that they had great trouble with Mike Bibby.
Okay.
So I will go with Mike Bibby.
Greg?
It was Bibby. What were the other two? Weber
and Peja.
Peja. No, that would be Bibby.
Okay. All right.
I'll go Peja.
I'm going to try Page also.
Should have gone with Bibby.
Yeah,
Bibby,
Page is
yeah,
a three-point
damn.
shooter. He's gonna miss this.
So it was Bibby. It was
It was
Bibby.
Bibby.
Yeah. You gave away
Okay.
too much in your answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Greg, you got that right?
Yeah, I did.
Me and you.
Yeah.
All right. So Ireland 6, Mason and Bergman 5. Jorge, did you get that?
I did not.
All right, 3. You
Okay.
have 3.
I have. This is going to help John with his Sacramento tour guiding.
Oh,
in the
he
next
can-
few
he's
Momo,
days.
how many are left?
I have 1, 2, 3 left.
By the way, I think it's amazing that there are this many questions about that city.
I worked hard.
Yes.
So, John, there's 3 left. You got to go
There
first.
was a lot
You got
more,
it.
but I edited.
Oh, and today's worth 2. Is
Yes,
that right?
today is
today's
worth
worth 2.
Oh, this is good. Okay, Sacramento is located at the confluence of which 2 rivers? The Sacramento River and the Feather River, the American River and the San Joaquin River, or the Sacramento River and the American River?
Yeah.
So,
Just
all right, so I've got to
see
pick. What was a Momo? What was B?
American and San Joaquin. And C
I
is
know.
Sacramento and American.
When A was Sacramento and San Joaquin?
No, Sacramento. A was Sacramento and Feather.
I'm going B. I don't know. I'm going B.
I can't even like. I'm just gonna stick with. I'm just gonna stick with
You're going
Ireland
B?
and go B because
Jorge?
I'm
can't
gonna go
remember.
C.
Yeah, I'm going to go Sacramento and Feather.
Oh, you should have gone C.
Hey,
American.
Oh,
Uh,
I thought I would trip you.
All
over
right,
that.
2
There's no
left.
Feather River. I don't think that exists.
I know
2 left.
so
Jorge's
much
still in it.
about Sacramento now.
San Joaquin's
Okay.
the one that goes on the Yellow Bridge.
All right, Ireland 6, Mason Bergman 5, Jorge
All right,
4.
this is one I actually got wrong when I know a lot about Sacramento and I didn't know this one. Okay.
I wanna
Which
ask why you know a
Sacramento
lot about
park is the largest in the city
Oh, yeah.
and home to attractions like the Sacramento Zoo? Is it Discovery Park, McKinley Park, or William Land Park? Discovery, McKinley, or William Land? I forget who's next.
It's Ireland
It's
has
me.
to go
I have
first.
to go first. I've only heard of one of those. So
Well,
I'll
it's
go
a
with
place you can go then.
Yeah, I'll go with the one I've heard of, which is William Land Park.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with William Land to just stay close to Ireland for the last one because I have no idea.
I could be wrong. The
it-
other two I've just never heard of.
I've actually recorded here, and it's McKinley.
Okay.
Okay. I think it's William Land.
It's William Land.
Yeah.
See, it's a good thing.
I only knew
Jorge,
Discovery
good head
Park.
fake.
Yeah.
I only knew Discovery Park because I stay at the Marriott over there.
Okay.
That's
Got
the
it.
only one I knew. Okay, the last one is a Laker question.
Okay.
You might have a chance at this. Okay.
Ireland's up 1, right?
Yeah, I have 7. You two guys have 6. Jorge's out.
Yeah. Okay. Game 6 of the 2002 Western Conference Finals is infamous for many reasons. But if you're a Kings fan, you focus on the free throw discrepancy between the Lakers and Kings. What was the free throw discrepancy in that Game 6? Was it Lakers plus 18, Lakers plus 25, or Lakers plus 27?
I feel like Ireland's gonna know this.
Ireland?
You know what's funny? We just had this whole conversation on the bus. Now it's how many
More.
the
Yes,
Lakers
the discrepancy.
shot?
How many
And
more?
What are the 3 choices?
Plus 18, plus 25, plus 27.
I'll go plus 27.
Okay.
That's where I was gonna go with.
That's
I'll
where I was going to
I'll
go.
go 25.
I'll go 25 also.
It was plus 27.
Yeah, I
40
thought-
to 13.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, and maybe the worst officiated game of all time.
Yeah,
I mean,
that was-
just they call, that was Dick Bavetta and
Ugh.
And let's just say Dick guaranteed we got a Game 7.
Right.
Yeah.
That was his job. The
40-13.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Ouch. Okay, well, I did have a tiebreaker.
Okay,
but
do
no
it.
reason.
Do it. Do it
okay.
for fun.
One of the most famous baseball players from Sacramento is Rickey Henderson. You know him for his steals, but how many career home runs did Rickey Henderson have? Write it down.
Okay.
Okay.
I know he had a bunch. I think it's more than I think.
I think it's more than I think.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 300.
I'm going to say 370.
I'm going to say 207.
250.
Ireland. You're pretty on it.
Yeah?
297.
297.
297.
There
Oh,
you
wow.
go.
You're right there.
Was I allowed to go over?
Yeah, you were allowed.
It was okay.
Big day for Ireland.
What do
Nice.
you think of Momo GPT? It was okay?
I thought it was totally good.
terrible.
Yeah.
You know what? It was about as exciting as Sacramento is.
I
Yeah,
agree.
and speaking of that, I have to go get on a bus and tour Sacramento, which I can't wait.
Yeah.
But I'll be back tomorrow. Momo, have a great holiday if
John.
I don't talk to you.
Okay, see you, Ireland. We'll
I
talk
think
to
we're
you
hosting
tomorrow.
next week.
Talk to you
I'll
guys
see
tomorrow.
I'll
Call
see
the
you
game
next
coming
week.
up a little bit later on. The Game of Games is brought to you by Jacob Ramani. Remember, you want a fighter in this town. Winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anybody can fight, but Jacob is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. We'll do some super crosstalk next on 710 ESPN.
Head over to Kia of Carson for the Season of New Tradition sales event. As one of the largest Kia dealerships in the country, Kia of Carson has all the hottest models in stock at deals that'll put the magic into the holidays. On top of already amazing deals, you can save an additional $1,000 on specially selected units with a holiday ornament sticker on the windshield. Don't miss this chance to save thousands on the exciting Kia lineup, including the new EV, hybrid, and plug-in models. Head over now or online at KiaCarson.com. Sale ends January 2nd.
Hey guys, John Ireland here. To build a winning team, you have to have the right people doing what they do best. If you're in a position to hire for your business, listen closely, because we have the ultimate teammate, ZipRecruiter. And you can try ZipRecruiter for free today at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Hiring the right candidate is hard. ZipRecruiter uses powerful matching technology to quickly find and send you the most qualified people. So it makes finding and hiring your next superstar much easier. This is why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. So be like the 3.8 million businesses who have come to ZipRecruiter and sped up their hiring process. Try ZipRecruiter today for free by going to ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. One more time, ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
With the holiday season in full swing, stay up to date with Lakers emails sent straight to your inbox. Each email offers something different. Lakers pregame emails gets you game day essentials before tip-off, from projected starters to game times. While Lakers weekly emails gives you exclusive Lakers content created especially for subscribers. Never miss a minute of the action by signing up now at Lakers.com/emails. Let's go, Lake Show.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, board-certified urologist and Senior Vice President of Men's Sexual Health at HIMSS. I've helped many guys with ED in my 12 years of practice. But now you can get world-class care for ED 100% online by going to HIMSS.com. So what are you waiting for?
To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% off brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason and Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk, presented by Coors Light. Coors Light, made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Super Crosstalk time. I
Where's
forgot,
my love boat? Where is it?
The
I'm
day
waiting
is not
for-
complete without.
There it is.
My God, thank
I was
God.
waiting for it. I was like,
brought
I don't
the
feel
megaphone.
like I can't go until that happens.
Do you have it with you at all times?
I carry it around in my purse.
In your purse, right?
Yeah.
No, for you, it's a purse. It's a male
I do.
purse. Yeah.
I have two. I will admit I have two purses.
Yeah.
I have my my computer purse.
That's more of a backpack, but okay, I'll call it a purse.
And then I've got what I'll
That
call
is a purse.
Is this a purse?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if it's a purse.
Oh, that's as purse as it
No,
gets.
that's a marathoner bag.
It's a satchel.
Yeah.
It's a satchel.
It's a
satchel,
'cause
it's a purse.
It's a crossbody satchel.
Yeah, correct. Because it's not a. It's
Otherwise known as a purse.
No. A purse for a guy is a.
It's called a
fanny
merce,
pack.
by the way. It's a male purse.
Yeah.
But that is a fanny pack.
Not a fanny pack.
Well, what
Let
is
me
it?
show you.
All right.
No, it's crossbody. It's a messenger bag. That's what it is. A messenger bag.
A messenger bag.
Like if you're gonna go deliver for Postmates.
It looks like your backpack's baby.
That is. It's like your backpack had a baby. That's exactly what it looks like.
Think Kiefer Sutherland in 24.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what this is.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's your go bag.
Yeah.
You know what I was going to get you for
Can't fit much in
Christmas?
that.
Tell me.
A holster for your megaphone, so
Oh, that would
it's
be
nice.
so you just
Oh.
and maybe two megaphones.
Yeah.
Love
Nice.
boat.
Love boat and stereo. Yeah.
Exactly.
I like that, Mace.
one
That should
thing
show
ab-
you care.
Yes.
One thing about my merce, though.
Yeah.
I have this terrible habit of going places. I put it on the back of the chair, and then I leave,
Yeah.
and I forget it all the time.
Same.
And the stuff that I carry around, wallet with everything, driver's license, credit cards,
Yeah.
a couple bucks, Disney ID, and you may, I don't want to say for sure, you may find some things in there that that Mace might like to use.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I have no idea what it is.
Couple things.
Yeah, a couple things. Yeah.
Anyway.
So what are you doing for the holidays? You having a big party? You going to the Mitchells?
I am going to the Mitchells.
I remember the Mitchells have a party.
I'm going to the Mitchells on Christmas Eve.
So weird.
I don't know the Mitchells.
So last year he said, I'm going to the Mitchells, and it stuck in my head, and now
Okay.
you're going to the Mitchells, and apparently it's a spectacular party.
The Mitchells throw the most insane parties.
I like that.
Yeah. I mean,
What is the Mitchell backstory? Who are the Mitchells?
Ted and Jocelyn have been together for how long have Ted and Jocelyn been together?
Well, Ted and Jocelyn have been together for quite a few years.
Yep.
Ted is an extremely successful attorney.
Yep.
Oh.
Jocelyn is a how shall I say this? She is a up-and-coming movie producer.
Is that
Okay.
right?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
I didn't
right.
realize
Yes,
Jocelyn was
yes,
doing
That's
that.
a really nice
Right.
way to put it. Yeah.
And Ted makes so much money that Jocelyn likes to throw outlandish
As she should.
parties.
As I remember, it's like a lot of Christmas trees, a lot of
Yes,
lights
right.
on their estate.
Yes. Also, a lot of incredible catering.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay,
nice.
along the way. So so the Mitchells put on a spectacular Christmas Eve party.
I've
many
never been
people?
invited to this.
You are invited. You're
Am I
invited at all
invited?
times.
Really?
Absolutely. Yep.
But you don't know the
Absolutely.
Mitchells.
No, it doesn't matter.
Holy hell, I'm going to be in La Jolla
When?
for Christmas.
Christmas Eve or
Yeah,
Christmas
You
Day?
should go.
Eve.
Come.
With the
Really?
in-laws.
Oh, with
Do
the
they have
in-laws.
jumbo shrimp cocktail? Mm-hmm. Do they have lobsters?
I have not seen Ted in
they
a
have what?
while.
Yeah.
Do they have what?
Do they have lobsters?
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 Lobsters.
Yeah.
Do they have like filet mignon on a stick?
Yeah, something like
This
that.
feels like a
Yeah. Oh,
big
it's-
Christmas party.
Yeah, it is. It
It's
is.
classy.
That
It's a classy
kinda.
act.
And it's nice for me because Christmas Eve, I can be Christmas Evey,
Right.
right? And then on Christmas Day, I can do Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And then Christmas night, I get to do Hanukkah.
You shift
Yes.
into
Oh,
Hanukkah.
right.
Yeah, it's great.
This,
Oh,
this is a winter
It's
year
an amazing 24 hours
for
you
the
got there.
Hebrews. Yeah.
So, are you this Mitchell party?
Yeah.
It would really be open to visit on Christmas Eve if
1,000%.
me and my in-laws.
I don't know, but your in-laws.
Oh, well, come on,
well,
the
I
in-laws
mean,
have
Juan,
to go. Yeah, Juan and the in-laws.
You're gonna bring the in-laws
Got to
also?
bring the in-laws.
For real?
Yeah.
How many people are going to this thing?
I would say this is going to be more of an intimate
Okay.
Mitchell
Oh,
fiesta.
really?
Yeah.
So that's what matters. If it's a big scene,
Yeah.
if it's 200 people, or
It's more
something.
like a
I'd say probably 30 to 40. But you guys can come. You guys can come.
Wait a minute. That's too small for me to bring the in-laws. Yeah,
So
don't you
don't
think?
bring 'em.
If it was a big, massive party, I'd say, okay, we'll roll in there. But if it's just 40 people,
I wouldn't bring them. I would not bring the in-laws, but I would
I'm
bring
not. I'm not bringing them.
Yeah, don't bring them. But you're going to come, right?
No, I'm RSVPing. No, will you tell
Okay,
Ted?
I will.
Let
I will
Ted
do
and
that. I will
Jocelyn
tell
know.
Ted and Jocelyn both know.
Excellent.
But what about the lobsters?
The lobsters is something else. Something else. So, Andy, you are now, I think, near the top of my fill-in host rankings.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Hey,
Are you
congratulations,
trying to light a
Andy.
fire under me? Is that what's
No,
happening here?
Andy is like right there.
Well, I mean, I've been in regularly every Wednesday. That's how I know you ask Ryan Abraham every week, when is Lincoln Riley getting fired?
Correct.
And I gotta,
every week.
and I gotta say, I think these shows have been really good. I think they've been really fun.
Are you coming for my title?
Oh, you know what?
Ooh,
That's
3 in a row.
interesting.
Are you
3 in a
coming for
row.
the belt?
Yeah.
You've won fill-in host of the year at the Mandy's 3 straight years.
There's never
3
been
times.
another.
There's
Right.
never been a 4-peat.
Right.
Never been
No,
a
there's
4-peat.
never been
Right, you're
another fill-in
undefeated.
host of the year.
Right, you're the Miami Dolphins right now.
Yeah.
You are undefeated.
I had not even thought about it in terms of taking that
We
belt.
might, I mean, I thought it was going to be DeMarco was going to be the challenger,
Nope.
but then he just got his own show.
No, got his own show.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so I took
he's
him
out of
out.
the running.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
you
you
know.
took him out in a heartbeat.
Who's your
You
favorite
took
fill-in?
him out by means of getting his own show.
Yeah, yeah.
You
took
know,
him
I have
out.
my ways.
Cappy, who's your favorite fill-in host?
I mean, okay, you're putting me on the spot.
Correct.
I was a little partial to DeMarco, truth be told.
yeah, no, he's
Yeah.
great.
Okay.
Great.
And you guys like football.
Right, and Momo here is like property of the Mason and Ireland show. I mean,
Kinda,
for all intent
yeah,
and purposes,
sure.
right?
But I would host with you guys.
You
I
would?
have opened that door.
Okay.
I have told producer Lindsay and George.
Okay, but what about me?
Yeah, of course.
You and me and you.
100%.
Okay, okay, I like that.
That's a whole box of crazy.
No, I
But
like
but
that
the
concept.
thing is, I like the concept. The problem is I got to worry about the feelings.
What feelings?
What
between
feelings?
George
Did your
might
feelings
upset?
get hurt?
Oh,
Because of what?
If I hosted with Cappy, like what would that
No, I
what
would
would
say,
that do?
I would say congratulations.
Now, wait a
Enjoy.
second, wait a
I would.
second.
I've done shows with Cappy. He's
Right.
fun to do
Oh
shows
no,
with.
I'm saying like would it feel like I'm rejecting you?
Like you're
no.
getting cheated on.
No, no,
Yeah.
I will not feel
Out
that.
in the open, too.
I'll see you during Super Crosstalk, and that'll be enough.
That'll be it? Okay.
Yeah.
I want to ask one question.
Yeah.
You're saying what you're saying now,
Which is?
that you'd be fine with it.
Yes.
You're saying it for public consumption.
Correct.
When you get off the air
Yeah.
and you go in the back,
Yeah.
will you say to somebody, hey, I was just saying that. That's just a goof.
I
do
actually-
do not ever let her ever work with him.
I think she should be released to do whatever show
It's
she
an open
wants.
relationship.
Yeah.
is
Like
what
have
you're
you
saying.
have you worked with
Relationship.
Travis?
I have done a show or two with Travis.
Travis
but
is
not,
fun to do a show with.
But I think I mostly filled in for Travis with Sliwa at the time.
I mean, when I think of Momo,
Yeah.
I think of Mason and Ireland.
I do too.
Yeah, so do I.
So,
But it
I-
doesn't mean that I would not be open to other things.
Cross pollination is
Well,
good.
look,
It's good.
You're trying to light a fire under me.
Right.
See, because
By
like
dropping
Beto,
this AK stuff.
Beto is property of
Yes.
Shadano and Cap.
And
Yes.
Beto will be part of this crew today because
Oh, he is.
all hell's going to break loose today.
Oh, is that right?
I'm quite certain of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Beto's here.
What's
A-Cam's
happening
Here.
that's
I don't
gonna-
know. It's just multiple personalities.
Let me just
Yeah.
let me give you a point of information.
Okay, go ahead.
Are the phones not working or are they not working? Because you could, yeah.
Bergie, look at Bergie.
You
Have
cannot
fun.
have a guest or a call
Hey,
today.
Bergie, are you okay? You
He's-
okay?
Yeah, no, he's just
I mean,
a
just
little.
the way
why?
he just gestured, you were like, "Hey, are the phones working?" He's like, "Nah."
No.
Hats on sideways, like you just look wiped, bro.
I mean, I'm a little tired, but I'm trying to figure out stuff for next week while you guys are
Yeah.
all for chatting. So, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah,
we have
okay.
a lot of vacation. You're on vacation a lot, Cap.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm not on vacation at all.
Yes, you are. All
No,
next week.
I
I'm
think
not-
you're. Are you not on vacation next
I am
week?
not on vacation.
You're
not
working?
You have
next
you have
week.
shows next week.
He's just going down to the Mitchells.
Wait
then
a
he's
minute. Are
coming
you
back.
working next week?
No, no.
You're working
the
like.
the reason I'm not working next week is because we're being preempted by bowl games.
No, you're not.
Oh,
I
no, you're
thought
not.
the Frisco Bowl, the Boca Raton Bowl.
No,
darling.
yesterday was the Boca
No,
Bowl.
so there's a show on Monday the 23rd. There's a full show from 3 to 6. Where there's
Okay.
fill-ins. Andy's here. Thank you very much, Andy.
All right, Andy. we'll get up the
Tuesday
line
there's
here.
a show. It's from 3 to 6.
Okay,
but
who's
you're
that?
going. But you're using a best of that day.
Okay.
Oh, best of.
See, I'm on that.
I
day.
like best ofs.
26.
I'm
No,
on that.
26 there's not, but the 27th there's a 3 to 5:30 show. But you're doing a best of because you're on vacation.
Well,
Okay.
but I mean, I'm still on.
No, you're not.
Well, Wednesday's Christmas.
Yeah.
Right. That's enough.
Yeah.
You don't have to count that one.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Right.
No.
But if I'm on a best of, then I'm on.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah, but you're
if
not
there's a
doing
best
a
of, You
read.
get credit for
Likeness
doing the
and
show.
image.
Right.
This is his
NIL.
NIL. right
NIL.
here.
But these are not off days,
Wait,
like you're
That
saying.
does not count as a vacation day. If
Yes, yes, it does.
How? It's
You're
a-
not. You
I-
have a show. Your show. Your time.
Were you given the option to work that day or not?
I was told specifically you're not on the air.
Who told you that?
I thought it was you.
No, absolutely not.
You sure it wasn't you?
100%.
You're positive.
I'm 100% positive.
I thought you said that.
No.
Nope. So you're burning days.
I had no idea. I'm burning days.
Burning days
burn
while you're
3
on
days.
the air.
I'm burning 3 days?
Yeah.
Yeah, you burn in 3 days.
I didn't know I was burning any
Yeah,
days.
they're burned.
Yeah, 3 days.
I thought these were days that were
Totally burnt.
They're not burned because of best stuff.
No, they're burned.
They're burned.
Huh.
Yeah.
They're using your NIL
Go figure.
while
Yeah, they
burning
really
your
are. It's
days.
some AI stuff.
We got
no
two
idea.
bowl. I think we got two bowl
You have
games.
2 bowl
preempted,
games,
and the rest
30th
of them
and the
I'm burning
31st.
days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Burning days.
Yeah. I'm doing a few of those
I
days.
bet you're doing a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you're doing a lot.
Yeah.
I
Are you
would
not
like.
taking any time off during the holidays?
I just went to Mexico.
Oh, that's right. I
Yeah.
forgot. You had the girls' trip.
I would like to present you with a gift.
Me?
Yes, this is a Starbucks card for you. And Andy, this is a Starbucks card for you.
He bought this one especially for you. It's got your name on it.
And Lynn's, this is a Starbucks card for you. Merry Christmas. Yeah,
Thank you very
absolutely.
much.
DeAndre, I'll get you in a minute. Yeah, no, Starbucks. I've got 4 left.
How much
You're
are
like
these?
Mocha Mace over there.
They're just $10.
$10.
Yeah,
appreciate
Very
it.
generous.
It's really nice, though.
Very, very generous.
Yeah, exactly.
I can get 2 drinks out of that.
You know,
It's good.
it puts me in the mood too.
It does.